Hello, everybody.
Whoa,
Hey!
what's good?
Good, how are you?
I'm all right.
Just gonna lower the desktop audio just a wee bit. But, all right, we'll go ahead and get started. Oh, wait, first and foremost, Ryan's in the chat saying, hi, gamers.
Oh, what's up,
Gamers.
gamer?
This is where
What's
the cuties
up?
are at?
Yeah, dog, all the cuties over here. Brian, what are you doing?
What you doing, boo?
Okay.
What you doing in the chat is what I'm saying.
All right, let me go ahead and get started with the intro. So, hey, guys, how's it going? My name is Justin.
Mark.
And I'm Philip.
And watching or listening to episode 415 of DangIT Prodcast. Welcome back, everybody. Couple of things to announce. This has been an eventful week.
Jesus fucking Christ, you're right.
Yes. I'll go ahead and get started with some small things I've been doing in the background. For those of you who are watching right now, we got a cool visual overlay. Instead of the neon like starlight directional bit, we now have a little bit more of a personal touch to the background. So, you know that whole DVD like screensaver setup I had? Well, it's pretty much this, but scrolling. You'll see
Did you ever look at the Discord interactive stuff I sent you?
Discord interactive. That's just like the green screen stuff, right?
No.
Huh. Like
Quite literally, you could just put up. You could quite literally, for people who are just on cam or people who have like 3D models, like if you have people who have PNGs or any sorts of images, if they talk, that person lights up.
Oh, you're talking about
so
that.
You go to
Yeah.
Discord interactive.
This is true. It does definitely work, but given our current setup, we don't really need that per se.
I think it would help for a certain setup, like with the manga reads. Like you just instead of just having like just my square there, it could just be your screen. Then you just have me there, and I just light up whenever I talk.
Yeah, yeah, we can make that work. It's set up specifically just so like you have like a personal window there. I really should add like more graphics there. That was kind of the whole intention there, but I also kind of like that as kind of like a blank screen for like thumbnail purposes later on. I guess I could still have done that.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay.
Okay.
Snap your fingers. Do yourself. You can do it all by yourself. Let me see.
Oh my God, Mark.
Let me see you do.
Whoa.
I know, Lil John, bro.
Well, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, dang, dog, you going a little too hard. So hard that the censors get us.
Bro, I've heard enough of him when I was listening to the Pillar Man theme, but with Lil Jon in it. It worked way too well.
Dang.
Like someone just put like Lil Jon mixed in with the Pillar Man theme, and it fit way too well. Like I was like, why is this so good?
Man, music's such a thing. Ooh, but aside from the visual stuff, oh, hold on, is that Naya with the sub? How many months is that?
Naya
13 months.
Once again, Anaya, you seem to fail me every time. Why are you not on the stream?
Is that Avid Souls in the chat with the 10 gift subs?
Wait, what?
What?
No,
I'm kidding.
Okay, I was about to say like, oh my God, Naya's like pulling a
dude. Someone clipped that.
I was like, you get a sub. You get a sub. You get a sub.
You both like in sync. Look like, oh.
I mean,
it's just equally shocking, is what it is.
Yeah, like any gift sub, let alone like 10 is that's nothing to scoff at.
Dude, it's wild. You see people gift like 50 gift subs. You're like, holy shit.
I've seen like 100. I've seen 100 once.
How much is gifting just one?
It's like about like just tier one's like $5. If not 6. So if you
so $600.
Yeah.
For 50?
Is that what you want me to tell you? Yeah. For 50, it's $60.
So 50, 60, and 100 is 600?
Something like that. Quick math. Also, Anaya saying
2 + 2 = 5. Quick math.
Anaya saying, I'm sick of you, Phil.
What did Phil do?
Everything, apparently.
What does that mean to you anyway?
Oh man, where do we even start? Well, where do we even start with this?
Oh my God. So
this is a hectic ass week. And we thought last week was hectic.
Yeah.
Not only for games, just for entertainment in general.
Just yeah,
Truly.
everything, dude. One Piece getting the last season,
Dude, One Piece getting into the last arc announced, it was so
last
surreal.
arc. Sorry, I say
It's
season like it's
so
something.
I know, but I know what you mean though. It's so surreal.
That I don't even follow One Piece like that, and I already know that's the biggest deal in the world. Like,
Because it's been this. Here's the thing. It's the base series. It's not like it's a sequel. It's the base series. It's been going since 1999.
exactly. That's why I was like, oh my god, the final arc.
And
That's
you know
it.
it's Anaya's shit, dude. It's Anaya's favorite series.
I know.
Yeah, so it's hitting them like really close to home.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
crazy,
know.
dude.
I know he's put the Kaido smiling, but I'm like, are you a little sad that it's ending, or are you gonna be, or are you just like hyped that you're like, yeah, it's a good, let's go. I'm just like, how do you feel about it?
Man,
Dude, honestly,
I mean,
oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say my quick thing is as someone who like follows it on the outside, like not really reading it or anything, it's just crazy. It's crazy. It's one of the most popular animes of all time. One of the popular mangas of all time.
It's a great series. It's just an investment to
Fantastic
get into.
series. Yeah, of course. But it's is it considered the longest running?
It's not the longest running
No.
series
No.
ever, but it's definitely the longest running in Shonen Jump there's ever been.
Okay, that's what I thought.
It's like one of the longest running. It's not the longest running, but one of the longest. It's probably up in the
That's-
top 5.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because it's up to chapter 1052,
We.
and Anaya's read and watched multiple times.
Yeah.
Sorry. You said 1,000
Anaya's
something and I almost
bro.
died.
Anaya's just built different to watch One Piece and read it several times over.
At the same time.
At the same time.
I'm just like,
During.
To compare
bro,
to compare the animated episodes to the manga. That's how it is.
it is in his veins at this point.
What else is there, dude? One Piece plus Berserk coming back?
Oh.
I
right.
like that because here's the thing. People say, like, sometimes a story just doesn't get to end, but I do feel like it's his best friend and the editors that have worked with him all this time, and they're going to keep trying.
The story was never concluded to begin with, right?
Yeah. And so they're going to try to finish it based off of his manuscripts and stuff like that. I think since it's his best friend and the editors that have worked with him for so long, I do think that they'll try to be as faithful to him as possible.
That's good stuff, man. Berserk is a classic at this point.
Oh yeah, like I would say it time and time again. I think Guts probably has the saddest backstory in all of manga, possibly in all of fiction.
I was about to say, homeboy is tragic,
rough.
but yeah,
I mean,
I'm glad that Berserk fans are getting what they want.
For those who don't know, just here's a little teaser. How was Guts born? He was born out of his mother's hung body.
Yes, I remember that. That was
fantastic.
Great start. He already hit his head.
The life already started. Fucked up.
Nah, it's something for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's like the two biggest. I think there might be a little bit more anime news, Mark.
Yeah, well, there's with Superhero because that was released in Japan. It's weird because I was talking to a friend about this yesterday. Because all Toei really would have had to do is just send the full movie over with all scenes included, cast the new English voice actors for the new characters, record everything for the dub, and you would have had a simultaneous release between America and Japan.
So what was the issue then? Or
we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been COVID, maybe, but then again, that wouldn't. If you could just send everything over, it wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
So maybe it was Frieza's voice actor passing. I know Frieza's. We've seen Frieza in the promotional material just a little bit, maybe with a minor role possibly, but I don't know if that would impact it very much. But I just think that it was. I remember I told my friend the exact I told him that was my idea for how they could have done a worldwide release. He said, "Well, yes, but that would require Toei being smart."
No, it just makes sense.
That makes too much sense.
My dad works at Nintendo. It just doesn't make sense.
Exactly. But yeah, spoilers for the movie have been literally everywhere. I am not about to wait 2 months. As a big Dragon Ball fan, I cannot wait 2 months. So I was like, fuck it, I'm reading it.
Wait, read it. Well, yes, I get you.
Yeah,
I actually haven't been hit by anything.
It's some good shit.
What's interesting is the fact that the movies for Dragon Ball Super are taking place like times like ahead of like I guess the Super manga, which hasn't even
Yeah,
like incorporating the movies tie-ins yet. So it really just feels
especially
like
with
a
Super.
yeah.
Yeah, especially with Superhero, because Superhero is way beyond where we are in the manga right now. Is
Mhm.
because this takes place the
Like
year. It's like the literal year of the end of Z in the canon.
oh, I see. Because I was gonna say like
Like
the
so,
you actually see aged up characters in this one.
yeah, like we see Goten and Trunks have actually aged up.
Hmm.
We see Pan, she's getting older too, and
Yeah,
we're seeing Piccolo and Go. It's a Piccolo and Gohan focused movie,
nice. I do like that.
and both of them get major love in this movie. Oh man, I honestly, the spoilers just make me want to see it even more.
That's good.
Nice.
I think the wildest thing to hear is that in the movie there are some scenes that are even that they say are even better animated than Broly, and I'm like, okay, that's a bold ass claim,
That's really bold. So
but
we'll see how it plays out.
that just makes me want to see it even more just to see that. It just sounds like it's going to be really good.
I do like the fact that they are changing the animation style. It just kind of gives each one like their own little spotlight to kind of revisit if you really wanted to. More of a
It
reason
is
to go back and watch them.
it is by far what some of the best 3D animation I've ever seen regarding an anime. Like it looks incredible, honestly.
Mhm.
Hopefully that'll actually move things forward in the industry for when they use 3D because we've seen some yikes 3D in anime before.
Yeah.
We're looking at you, Guts
Like I was
2016.
gonna say Berserk.
Oh
full
no!
full circle.
What have
Dude,
you done mentioning that? What have you
dude,
done?
dude, Berserk 2016 is painful.
Quick, let me get my loop in the first movie. I have to make sure I have good 3D and or everything. I need good 3D handmade models, not freaking shitty Berserk. No, why would you mention that? It hurts my feelings having to think about that.
Bro, how do you think I feel whenever anyone mentions Dragon Ball Evolution? I feel a piece of me inside die.
Mm.
Yo, man, they were both in Shameless. Did you know that?
When you hear any of those
did you
names, it's
did you
like
know that
pain.
they're both the lead actors in that movie were in Shameless and they were in the first season together?
For real?
Yeah, it's the lead actors who plays Fiona. That's Bulma.
Oh shit.
Mm.
And then I forgot her boyfriend in this season, or I think season 2. Man, it's been a while since I've seen some of those seasons, but I just know that it was this guy who plays Goku.
hmm And
Wild.
he goes to school already. Going to school. He got basic education from Roshi. He never went to school.
Good.
That's fair. It's
I'm glad they had
good
to, I'm
enough.
glad they had to ground it.
As far as I'm aware, the creator of the director behind Evolution never even read the source material. So I was like, how?
What? how
Oh,
you,
good, good.
how are you gonna do
I'm
that?
very glad that they decided to not because I wanted a fresh perspective.
A reimagining, if you will.
Speaking of which, isn't there a PSP game based on that movie?
There might be.
Yeah, there's a PSP game based on that specific movie. I plan on tracking it down just for you.
Hmm.
Like I would discuss the spoilers, but I don't know if everyone's okay with that.
That's yeah,
Mm,
that's fair. Yeah, I was gonna say like if we're gonna talk about just going back to the 3D animation park, someone just get the people behind Genshin, whoever does the animations there, just get them,
God damn.
just hire them.
Mihoyo, I think is what they're called.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just outsource
Yeah,
it. I
just
mean, they probably
outsource it
do
to
it.
Mihoyo. Fuck it, they'll be fine.
I
Mhm.
could. The only thing I could spoil on would be why Bulma's ass be popping.
Stop. All right, well that was anime talk.
Mark.
Tell me why. Tell me why.
Tell me why.
Ain't nothing.
But a copyright claim.
I never want to see that shit. I don't want.
EOS.
Holy crap. Oh, I love that. That was what a good start. What a good start.
Wait, start. Wait, real quick, Brian, you were mentioning something about a few weeks ago when you found that 3DS. Bid went up to 240. Ooh,
Ooh.
that's already like ahead of
Bills did.
MSRP.
That's already ahead of MSRP, and I paid $250 for my 3DS day one, so you know
Really? Oh,
that's
right.
what they were
Yeah,
charged.
the
Remember,
day one.
day one they were $250, and I walked out with Street Fighter 4 3D edition. I bought Ridge Racer 3D, and Bust a Move 3D.
Busta Rhymes?
That was my launch lineup. Tell me if I had fun.
You don't sound like you had fun.
I did have fun, but I played Pokemon Black most of the time.
Fair.
Because it
That's
came out
fun.
the same day.
That's funny.
But I had a lot of fun with that launch lineup, and then 3 months later they said it's only $180.
Ooh.
I felt kind of cheated, but I mean, hey, I'm technically a 3DS ambassador. I guess
An ambassador.
it's all it means is I got 10 free NES games and 10 Game Boy Advance games that nobody else has.
Yeah, that you can't really get anywhere else, like legally, like on the 3DS.
Yeah, the Game Boy Advance games were specifically for ambassadors. The NES games you could still buy.
Yeah, which now, like looking back on it, I feel like they should have been able to do. I mean, it's not that they should. It's not a matter of like if. It's just they should have like incorporated.
I think there's some problems with it because while they play fine, they're definitely not the same as playing Game Boy and Game Boy Color games because they don't have the save functionality. They literally act like cartridges. As soon as you start the game, it turns on. There's no save points, nothing compared to what they do with Game Boy and Game Boy Color. I feel like there may have been an issue at the time. Because the thing is, remember, Super Nintendo games didn't happen until new 3DS. And those were exclusively for the new 3DS. So maybe?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
All I know is that like if there's a will, there's a way. If it's not
yes,
Nintendo,
but this is
a will, there is a way.
It's exactly as you guys said earlier. This is Nintendo.
Yeah, like it makes too much sense. If Nintendo doesn't do it,
too much sense.
Nintendo doesn't do it, the community will.
Yeah,
this makes far too much sense.
Too much.
But let's see. Before we go into shows, because I feel like obviously once again we're gonna have to leave games for last because that's
Yes.
Did you have any pickups?
Nah.
Anybody got pickups this week?
I did not this time.
I got one. Just one single one.
One single one?
All the single game.
All the single?
Little light, aren't we, Phil?
Huh?
I said we're a little light, aren't we? Usually,
yeah, it'll be light for the next 2 weeks. I plan on my next pickups being on June 24th, but I did get one game.
Okay.
And that baby is Mario Strikers Battle League, baby. 15 years.
The football, yes.
15 years for this game. We waited. And I will say that it is okay.
It is okay.
It is really fun, and it's probably the best sports game on the Switch, period.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
But having said that,
demo.
I think okay. Let's get this out of the way right now. There is a distinct lack of modes. However, that's how all of the games are. I want everyone to understand. They didn't just take out modes for the sake of taking out modes. That's literally what it was in the original 2 games. Stop complaining about that. I will complain about one thing, and it's the fatal flaw that this game has. The online component. I thought going into this, the way they made it seem, you could have a room with 8 players and you can do 4v4 matches. Turns out that's not the case. You can only party up with 4 people. And you can only do 2v2 matches. You can't even do like a squad of 4. That's so unfortunate. That's really bad. I kind of wish they update that because I would want to get more people to play this game. But it does have local 8 players.
Nice.
So this is a good party game. Other than that, mechanics are really good. It goes a little bit back to the GameCube style of Mario Strikers. Without the whole motion controls and having to touch it. But it does good. It's really fun. Oh my god, it's one of the prettiest Switch games I've ever played. Next Level Games does some really cool animations. Like all their lip sync is like correct, which is really hard to. I don't know why Nintendo has such a problem with it. But like every time Mario does the wahoos, you can see him say it. Yeah, it's really cool.
Yahoo! Woohoo!
And everything's beautifully animated. Waluigi, all the budget went to Waluigi, of course. And then I'm sorry, Daisy's not in the game.
Rip.
Rip.
That's a
Rip.
travesty. I'm sorry.
It is a
Sophie.
travesty, but there are going to be free updates in the future. So
Here's the hoping.
here's the hope, and she's more than likely gonna get in, man. They're not gonna leave Daisy out of this game.
I have a feeling they wouldn't.
This is the game. This is the series she gets her personality from. There's no way.
Yeah.
There's no absolute way. But I think it's a really good game. Yeah. There's not much to say about it. It's a good game. It's not the best game in the world. It's not the worst game in the world.
But it is like a modern like Strikers game on Switch.
Exactly. There's items, you know.
How's the frame rate for the game?
Great. So in game, it's 60 frames.
Okay.
And holds the 60 frames. It doesn't really dip at all. Even when things get a little too chaotic, it still holds up pretty well.
Okay.
When you're in cutscenes and when you're doing replays, it is 30 frames.
Oh, okay.
So it's an interesting transition because there's a cutscene every time you do a hyper strike. So you jump, like, well, you'll get the hyper strike, you'll pull it off, and it turns into a 30 frame cutscene.
We have
But
moves.
it's a CG cutscene. So it like kind of, I don't know how it's magic, dude. The game transitions quickly to a cutscene.
Pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah. And then as soon as they hit the ball, it transitions back to the game.
Got you. Okay.
Like, it's really seamless.
Nice. Alrighty.
I believe that's actually how it was on Mario Strikers Charged. So it's been a while since I played them. I might stream all 3 of them later today, but we'll see.
Got you.
But yeah, I think it's really good. I highly recommend it. It is the best party sports game on the Switch. League's better than the FIFA games on here. And
that's fine.
Hey man. Just saying. And all I'm asking now is Nintendo, only 2 more sports games left. That's all I ask. Come on.
What are the other
Mario Sluggers. I need a new Mario baseball game, and I need a new
Basketball?
Mario Hoop. Yeah, Mario Hoops game.
Forgot he had a basketball game.
He has 2 basketball games, but not a lot of people know about the second one. So he has Mario Hoops 3-on-3 for the DS.
Yeah, the DS one.
And then technically
Mario Street.
No. That's funny, but no. Mario Sports Mix on the Wii.
Oh, okay.
If you play it, there is a basketball mode, and that is the exact same game. It's the same. It's Square Enix doing it. It's a game developed by Square Enix. Square Enix is the developer for Hoops.
That's interesting. I didn't know about that.
Yes, that's why there's Final Fantasy characters. You didn't know about that?
I think I might be thinking about the wrong game.
No, Mario Hoops 3-on-3 has 5 Final Fantasy characters you can play as.
Oh my god, what the?
They're generic, so they're not like the mainline ones, but it's Black Mage, White Mage, Ninja, Cactar, and Moogle.
Oh my god, I can't believe I'm seeing that.
You didn't know about that?
I didn't know.
Yeah, it's so cool.
That's wild, bruh.
They even have their own airship stage, like based on the original airships in Final Fantasy 1 to like 6.
Oh my god.
It's so cool. And
Still
then
looks pretty
Sports Mix has those same characters plus a slime.
Plus the slime. Okay.
Plus the slime.
Slime.
Yeah, the slime from Dragon Quest. It's so fucking funny.
I thought Dragon Quest is in there. Oh shit.
Yeah, in Sports Mix.
I'm almost done with my playthrough of 11.
Oh,
Nice.
How you been liking that? I really love 11.
I've been enjoying it quite a lot.
It's good.
Don't like at first I was simply annoyed by the but eventually I got used to it.
Well, you're playing on Xbox, correct?
Yeah.
So you're playing Dragon Quest 11S Echoes of an Elusive Age Definitive Edition?
Correct.
Ooh.
Word for word.
Nice.
Word for word.
Cool. I'm glad I know my Dragon Quest. So then you made sure you have the actual orchestrated soundtrack on, right?
I believe I do have it on.
Okay, make sure because try listening to that without the orchestrated version, the one that was on the original PS4 version. You would hate your life. The trumpets sound awful in the MIDI version.
Oh.
Easy
Easy option. I can't believe.
Yeah, so my big thing about Dragon Quest 11 is that, I mean, Koichi Sugiyama has passed away, right? But the new compositions in that game are very, very hit and miss.
It's like some are amazing, some are meh.
Some are very meh. The battle theme, unfortunately, is very meh.
Damn.
It's very unfortunate. But the like boss fights and stuff, ooh.
It's a good game.
It's a very good game. The best Dragon Quest since 8, my opinion.
Similar take as well.
The protagonist of Dragon Quest 1.
Yeah, it does. It does. It's a technically 11's a prequel to the Erdrick trilogy, but
isn't it technically more of a sequel to the Erdrick? Because Erdwin, it's about Erdwin. Erdwin was before
Erdrick. Yes,
Erdrick. He's before the Luminary.
So it's so weird because Erdrick. Okay, so let me try to really, before we go on a tangent on this. 11 takes place technically between 3 and 1 because 3 is the prequel.
As you say, because
okay, I got it.
The only thing they've made it clear is this is after the first Dragon Quest. They've made that very clear.
Have you beaten the game?
I am like right there.
I keep playing before you say that. You'll see what I mean. Just beat the game first and then come back.
I will say that they love twists. They love twists.
Oh, that's the Dragon Quest. Like, that's the formula. What a twist!
What the twist? Like the twist after twist. I'm like, damn man, you guys are getting dizzy.
That is, oh yeah, it's a great game though. I love Dragon Quest. I still need. I hope for the Nintendo Direct. I know we'll probably get there later, but I hope for the Nintendo Direct they finally tell us something about Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D. I need to see it. I need it. Live a Live is next month, and I am excited to play that. But god damn it, dude, Dragon Quest just looks so fucking pretty.
I'm wondering if we'll get any news about 12.
No.
Because 11 came out when?
Not this soon. I'm not even saying that as a joke. I think it is way too soon to be talking about 12 because they barely started development.
Now that's what I would say. I would agree to that if it wasn't for Kingdom Hearts 4.
But you don't know how long they've started Kingdom Hearts 4.
True, but I mean, we don't know how much progress they've made.
I forgot the director's name. Is it Yuji Horii? There's only 3 main people that you need to know for Dragon Quest: Yuji Horii, Koichi Sugiyama, and of course Akira Toriyama. But yeah, Yuji Horii.
Love my man Akira.
Yeah, Yuji Horii. Those are the 3.
Toriyama Sensei.
Yeah, those are the main 3. But Yuji Horii's already confirmed that they're very early in development in that game. There's no way in hell. And I don't think that's I'm gonna disappoint a lot of people. That's probably not gonna be a day 1 Switch game. I think it will come to Switch.
It's probably being focused on the next generation of consoles.
Exactly. It's going to be like Dragon Quest 11. It's going to come out on PlayStation 4, and then eventually they'll port it. But I don't think it's going to be a day 1.
They're making it in Unreal Engine 5.
But Switch can handle Unreal Engine 5. It's scalable for it.
I know, but I feel like they're going to release the beef version first, then scale it down.
Yeah, okay. So it's called Dragon Quest 12: The Flames of Fate.
I do remember that.
And they've been talking about being experimental with this one, like trying out a new battle system and stuff like that.
Yeah, I want to. I hope it's good. I hope they don't stray too far. I know that Dragon Quest fans get a little pissed off when you stray a little too far from the formula.
Yeah,
I would like it if they just give us an option for classic or action adventure. I'd be fine with that.
You want to turn that into Final Fantasy right now? Modern Final Fantasy? People would. That is the boldest statement you've ever said, Mark.
I said an option. Just an option, bro. Just an option.
Just Mark. An option, bro. Please put the gun away.
I'm not taking it away from them.
You just asked Square Enix to make Dragon Quest an action RPG. You just pissed off like every single Dragon Quest fan in the world.
Hey, I didn't take it away from you guys. I just said it'd be nice to have an option. I'm just saying.
If
I,
they,
I'm
was
just
gonna
saying, keep it, put it back.
I was gonna say that if
back.
Dragon Quest was actually to transition, then we're starting to see a pattern.
I think it's because people are really starting to like action RPGs now.
They took this long.
Yeah.
I mean, Kingdom Hearts has been out since what, PS2?
Yeah.
Since
And,
2000.
I hate people.
Pretty much.
But enough Dragon Quest, because that's not
Aye.
what we're talking about.
Aye, right.
But I'm glad you're playing it, and I'm glad you like it because it's a great game. Mario
It is.
Strikers is my only pickup. The only other thing I've been playing though is I finally beat Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy.
Good game.
Congratulations.
Great game. That was honestly, that would have been in the top 10 if I had played it in 2021. It is a really good game. I am so sorry, Eidos Montreal, for misjudging it at first. That game is a very good game, very well done. You could see the Deus Ex influence in it because it's got the choices, the choice options and stuff. It's really good. Yeah, no, solid. I had a lot of fun with that game. A little glitchy toward the end, not gonna lie. I ran into a couple of problems. I did play the PS5 version, so. But overall, good game.
I still gotta finish mine. Yeah.
Recommend that game. And then I think that's all I've been playing, really. I mean, Doom. I started playing Doom 1993 again because I love Doom and I'll always play Doom. And it's mostly because I got hyped up for the announcement of Doom Eternal getting a physical copy.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I think it's finally time to sit down and really just play every Doom game in the world, because I played them, but I have not finished every single official piece of Doom content. And I mean that as in, like, Doom 1, I'm done with. I have never finished the master levels for Doom 2. I have never even touched Final Doom. Like, I played a little bit of Final Doom, but that shit's hard. I played a little bit of it, but there's that. I played a little bit of No Rest for the Living, which is the Doom 2 expansion from 360. Mind you, everything that I'm saying is actually on modern consoles right now, so.
Good. All right.
So you can always play that. So for Doom 3, I beat the OG campaign, Doom 3, but I have never played through the 2 extra ones. I've no Resurrection of Evil and the Lost Chapters, or the Lost Mission. Never played them. Doom 2016, I beat everything. And then get this, Doom Eternal, I've never played through the DLC.
Well, same for me, actually.
Yeah, I always wanted to because the Ancient Gods look so cool, but I'll get to it eventually.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. But that's what I've been playing.
Okay. I pretty much have been going through Pokemon, like the Nuzlocke, and just streaming that, posting like some of that stuff on YouTube. I kind of had to hard stop on Xenoblade Chronicles because I was doing it for like the sake of the channel here and there, but mainly because I got stuck.
Oh my god.
There's a Pacific 3-on-4 I'm dealing with, and they have seal arts, and I have no way of like countering that.
Seal arts, what chapter?
It's immediately after we made it to like Melia's place. She had to go off and do some stuff, and now we're helping out the other Hyentias like with a quest. They didn't receive any word from somebody on the other side, so we're just looking into it. And it's just this one dude, and there's like 4 lizard dudes, and I'm like, okay, we can do this, but like I can't beat them.
It's on the bridge, right?
Get on the bridge.
It's on the bridge. Okay. You're supposed to take out the lizard dudes, and then you're supposed to have like Shulk should have that effect on his Monado that kind of like breaks seals.
Oh yes.
That should already be given to you. Yeah.
Right.
You should immediately strike that as soon as you start the match.
Okay.
I feel like that would help you.
You can get this and more at motionmanual.com.
Trademark. Thanks, Mark.
You're welcome.
Trademarked.
Ayo.
Anyway,
But yeah, no,
Yeah,
I
you should
get,
probably
yeah,
be able to do that.
yeah. I guess I should. It's just that like sometimes, like I won't even be able to have that procced and ready.
Hey, listen, you're gonna hit a part where the game just throws nothing but fucking mechons at you. So
Yeah, okay. The worst is
I'm
yet to
on
come.
that. I'm like 3 chapters away from beating the game, but it's nothing but mechon.
Nothing but.
You
Oof.
pretty much have to run shop in your party, or else you're gonna get screwed.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll keep like trying to chip into that. I'm also trying to like get through Octopath Traveler as far as like the last boss. That difficulty spikes a lot. In fact,
That sounds like an old school RPG for me.
like I've never seen anything like it before. It's almost like it just feels unfair. But I got a strat for it. I just have to level grind a bit.
Yeah,
That's the worst part about it. But yeah, that's all I've been kind of working on the side.
that's what's up. So then, you want to do shows before we hit the big
Yes.
time?
Yes, let's do it.
What do you want to do first, Mark? What do you want to do first?
I mean, you could always do the elephant in the room, which would be Obi-Wan.
That's the elephant in the room. I thought that'd be the least we have to talk about.
I
haven't seen Miss Marvel. I haven't seen Miss Marvel just yet.
Oh.
You mother. And okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Anyways,
all right.
Obi-Wan,
All's not
Obi-Wan.
lost. All's not lost.
All's not lost. Part 4, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yes.
I would say good.
Pretty solid.
It was solid. It was
Yeah,
solid.
solid.
Yeah.
It didn't really push the story forward too much. Just the traditional jailbreak episode.
Yeah, it really was.
It did the job.
Yep. We finally got to see Obi-Wan actually use the lightsaber. That was cool.
Oh yeah, it was really cool. Actually,
Yeah.
seeing him use the
Some
lightsaber.
force powers coming through.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, he's starting to get back into the swing of things.
But other than that, I guess the only really big thing was Darth Vader showing up and actually like
Exercising.
actually walking up and doing the Darth Vader shit he does. Like,
Like you know,
let him go. Like,
Hmm.
we
I was
don't
like,
allow
"Ooh,
failure
shit."
at this company.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be
Yeah,
honest.
How the fuck they gonna walk? There is those people suck. The Empire is trash. How did they not notice this dude walking with a big ass cape and there's 6 legs? 6 legs. I know this is Star Wars, man, but I have not seen a race in this entire series that has more than 2 legs. Don't come at me like that.
Mhm. And honestly, it's the Empire, so it's usually like bipedals and like drones.
Like, oh my god.
Like
That part pisses me off.
that was so funny. I think, ooh, you know what, the weird thing for me was when Ravo was saying like I placed the tracking device. I was like, no, the fuck you didn't. You did. And then the ending sequence, I was like, oh, you know what? That makes sense. That makes sense.
I was like, yeah, she did grab the droid, didn't she?
She did grab the droid, so she really thought ahead of that, which is interesting.
I was honestly thinking she might have lied too, but I was like, oh no, wait, hold on.
Poor Lola.
Yeah.
Poor Lola. She gets abused every time.
Mm-hmm.
I know Lola just can't catch a break.
But I mean, hey, only 2 episodes left. I kind of need to... I'm starting to not like these 6 episode things Disney Plus does because it's not enough. It feels like they start wrapping things up way too quickly.
I get that.
And then like we got 2 episodes left. They just broke out of that jail.
Mm-hmm.
And then what? They're gonna just head to Alderaan right now? Like, come on.
But I mean, like, can you imagine them like kind of putting this all together in like, let's say, one movie? Because it is a lot, all things considered.
That's fair, I guess.
But
fair.
I get what you mean, though. Like, it's one of those things where like it could be 12 episodes, just to kind of like give you more of an organic like pacing to like some of these sequences.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, there's not much to say about Obi-Wan except bring on next week.
Mm-hmm. I will say real quick about Miss Marvel is
all right, I won't go too spoilers
yeah.
since Mark hasn't seen it.
Yeah, all I want to say is that like as far as the art direction in that one, it's
my
really good.
God, dude, some of those shots look fantastic.
I know they said before they were changing her powers up just a little bit.
So okay, I'll get to that. That's the last thing I'll talk about.
Yeah.
But as an actual show, as like the actual like show itself, like the production and everything, it's gorgeous, dude. They really hammered in that fangirl like she's definitely a fan of the Avengers. And like you
Which
could see
yeah,
that.
that is very much clear in her character.
That's
Like
very much clear, yeah. And then obviously she's like her biggest one is Captain Marvel, which makes a lot of sense in the MCU because that's how they tie in the Marvels. I just want you to know that it's just very well shot. I think that's my favorite part about the show.
Yeah.
Every scene, all the camera work, everything is really solid. There's this one scene that's one continuous shot, and I was like, oh, I love those. Those are the best. You did it. As for her powers, we don't. So Kevin Feige is saying there's a MCU logic reason as to why she has those powers instead.
Hmm.
And they only tease it in the first episode, Mark.
Yeah.
They don't actually go full blown and give it to you just away.
Right.
but they do tickle you to say like, yeah, you know what it is. You know
Literally the last 5 minutes.
They just say, oh, you know what it is. You know what it is.
No, we don't know what it is. That's the problem. It's they show you, oh dang, she's got some kind of power now. There's this like bracelet of some sort, and then that's
I'm
it.
sure someone out there who's read the comics knows.
Maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe.
And if they could like tie into like MCU logic there, that's why it looks like as it is, or why it's different.
I will say thank you for the Super Smash Brothers reference. That was pretty funny.
I heard that, and I was like, man, of course they would.
There's a Smash reference. That's great.
It's really quick. It's subtle. They're just like, so you want to come over and play some Smash Bros? And I was like, oh,
That's great.
That's awesome.
Real quick, this is not a spoiler, but Bill, do you remember if there was a Dragon Ball reference? I feel like there was.
I feel like there may have been.
There was in Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
I mean,
but
yeah.
There's, yeah, maybe I don't remember.
Mm.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, but if anything, like I would have only expected them to just like Disney affiliated type of shows that they would like tie in. But the fact that they added Smash Brothers in there, I was like, oh, well, okay, all right, I see.
It was quite funny. It was very funny. What do you think Kamala Khan means in Smash? Who do you think? And you're not allowed to say Sora because it's Disney.
Can I say Min-Min?
Cloud.
Cloud. She's an edgelord. No.
She's definitely a Min-Min main.
Oh my god.
A Min-Min main.
Bro,
yeah.
But this is like Ultimate. There's like they're just casually like bringing up like playing Smash Brothers in.
Yeah, that's to be fair. They did say Smash Bros. They didn't really say Ultimate. Granted, we know it's Ultimate, right? But let's be honest. They could have meant anything. They could have meant Melee for all I know. They probably are hardcore Melee players. They go to FGC tournaments.
Oh my god.
They fucking over here Fox 1v1s, Final Destination, no items.
If it weren't for Adventure Con.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. But it's a good show, Mark. You're gonna like it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure I will.
Honestly, already I have a lot of high hopes for the show. So
yeah, actually, it's a really strong start and
very, very strong start.
I will say, I think they have post credits on this episode.
They do. That's weird, but they do.
Yeah.
Post credits on the first episode.
On the first episode. Dog.
I think it's fitting. Just kind of gives you an idea of like what the next one will be to kind of propel the plot forward.
I feel like they kind of needed to because the way it ends is like, oh, yeah. So they needed some kind of like, oh, ooh, next week's gonna be crazy.
Mm.
Yeah. So it's good though.
It's good.
I like it.
It really feels like after seeing like Homecoming and everything like that, just like Peter going through all this stuff, like kind of seeing like another perspective of that. I mean, like she's the same age as like Peter was in Homecoming.
She's definitely written like that. It's interesting, but in a different perspective for sure. But I don't know. Is that all the shows before we hit up video games like hardcore?
I'll just say real quick, it's kind of a little bit of both like show and anime.
Go for it.
Spy X Family came out with their latest episode. Just want to give shout outs to that. Ooh. Just watch that.
Spy X Family is so good.
Have a Dragon Ball reference.
Motherfucker.
Feels good. Feels
You never
good.
turn your back on family.
Wait, hold on.
Did you see that picture? It was funny. It was like Toretto and it's Spy Cross Family, and I was like, oh my god.
Mm.
You got it. You got to watch Spy Family. It's so good.
It's really good.
I've been told I would like it a lot.
It is both wholesome, got great action, and it's cute as fuck.
Nice. Nice.
Also, Anai's asking about Stranger Things. Have y'all watched it?
Oh man, you know what? I
No, I
don't
have
want to
not.
watch Stranger Things yet, mostly because I think I've only been okay. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've only watched up to season 2, but
It's better
I
than
think
I
I'm
have.
gonna have to. I think I'm gonna have to rewatch everything with Katrina
Alright, okay.
because I think that's something I do want to talk like get her to watch, but it's so hard to get her to watch anything horror related.
I understand that.
Not her thing.
Anything because I am I'm a huge Evil Dead fan. We've already discussed this.
Mm-hmm.
You know how long it took for me to get her to watch Evil Dead?
Marriage.
So long, but we did it.
we made it.
We did it. I got her through all 3 of the original movies plus the show. Yeah, we got it. But I do plan on watching through all Stranger Things because I heard season 5 is going to be the finale.
Mm.
I thought this was supposed to be the final season.
No, apparently there's going to be a 5.
Okay.
No, this is like this season's weird. They're like movie episodes at this point. They're an hour and 30 minutes long each episode.
30 minutes. Hour 30 minutes. Oh my god.
Yeah. And then the finale is supposed to be like a decently like 2-hour movie
Oh my
of
god.
this season. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? But they did only do half the season. They haven't done the full season yet. I think.
Okay.
I believe. I don't know how Netflix works. But you know what? Speaking of Netflix, that's a good transition.
Oh, yeah.
We can do that. We can do that first.
Yeah,
I
sure.
forgot about Netflix Geek Week was this week.
Yes. So I guess we're going to make that transition towards Summer Game Fest, and this is going to be one of those things.
Yeah, so let's do that first because
Okay.
that's more shows than it is anything.
Fair enough. Well, actually, yeah, you go ahead.
Yeah, so there wasn't a lot of crazy announcements that I wanted to bring up, but I'll bring up some.
Okay.
Sonic Prime looks kind of okay.
Sure. I saw a little bit of that too.
That was at the Sonic Central and also at this presentation, and I'll say that it looks all right.
It was all right.
I guess I'd have to actually see a real episode.
That just sounded like so like you really like all you could say looks.
I mean, it looks
right.
fine. I don't know what you want me to say. Like, oh yeah, it looks terrible. No,
honestly, I'm on the same boat.
It sounded so forced.
I mean, Mark, have you seen like those like little teasers?
No, I have not.
Okay. Mark, I can't judge anything if they keep only showing me 20-second teasers.
This is true. But I also want to say
it didn't sound like genuine. Just it's like all right.
But no, I get it too because I look at those teasers too. I'm like, this looks all right. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. It could be bad. It could be good. Who knows? There's a couple of other things they announced there. Let me pull up the list real quick.
You're right, Brian. It is one of the shows of all time.
One of the shows.
One of the shows of all time.
One of the shows of all time. Yeah. Hold up. I'm pulling up the list. Oh, we got a Dragon Age series.
Ooh.
Animated series, yeah.
That's cool.
I know they also announced the name of the latest Dragon Age.
Yes, they did. Can you name it?
I think it was something Bane, I think, wasn't it?
No. Dragon Age Dreadwolf.
Dreadwolf, that's what it is. I thought it was Bane or something.
That is going to be the official name of Dragon Age 4.
Didn't they make another one before?
Yeah, right before. It was Dragon Age Inquisition. That's technically 3.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay, so Sonic Prime, Dragon Age Absolution is an animated series. So there you go. Oh, yeah. They showed off just a little bit more of the Tekken Bloodline anime.
Oh. How did that
just a little bit more. It was just Harada showing up.
Oh.
and he just was like, "Yep, it's gonna be good." And I was like, "Wow, thanks."
Dude, just trust me policy.
Yeah.
It'll be great.
Yeah. Trying to just go through some of the ones I care about. Apparently, they're bringing some video games to Netflix.
Right,
I've been hearing about that, and I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
I guess you can just connect a controller with Bluetooth and your internet.
Yeah.
Think Stadia.
Yeah, or even like xCloud.
I was thinking cloud would be the only way that would actually work.
Right.
Yeah. No. Looks all right. And then yeah, Stranger Things Volume 4, or sorry, Stranger Things 4 Volume 2 teaser. For sure. They definitely teased the second half. So I was right. The first half is up.
Hmm.
There is a cyberpunk anime
I did
Oh, yeah, I
see
remember they
that.
announced that. Oh, that was announced like a while ago, wasn't
a
it?
while ago, but they showed it off.
About time.
And you know what? It looks better than the game.
Kept waiting.
Let's
Huh?
see. Whoa, I'm gonna lie. It looks better than the game. Let's see. Masters of the Universe Revolution is an all-new He-Man story. There you go.
Oh, okay.
Granted, I'm getting my source from IGN right now because they have the full list.
Okay, that's where you're getting it from. I was like, where can I follow along
Yeah,
with this?
I just want to give my sources out. Don't want to be copywriting. Oh, this was the big anime news at Netflix.
Animu would have something to
Yes,
do with
Junji Ito's Maniac.
Oh, ooh, okay.
So the full circle once again. The creator of Berserk, who sadly passed away last year. This year or last year?
It was last year, I
Yeah.
think.
It was, yeah. His
It was either last year or at the very beginning of this year. It's one or the other.
other very, very dark manga, even probably darker than Berserk, honestly.
Which is a bold statement in and of itself.
Exactly. Maniac is going to be done in anime
Oh,
on Netflix.
Shouts to Christoph in the chat as well.
Christoph, what are you not doing in here?
SpongeBob, what are you doing? Oh, just hanging out.
SpongeBob, me boy.
SpongeBob, me Bob.
But yeah, other things that they announced. Oh god, I guess we can bring that up. They showed up some of the scenes for One Piece. Like the One Piece live action
Yes.
series. They showed up like the sets. That's about it.
Yeah, I just saw like a little thumbnail of that. Alrighty. I did just see something that was new to me. Something about Resident Evil?
Yeah, so Resident Evil, the upcoming Netflix like live action series got a trailer. So there was that. I'll give you two things that are not video game related. Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of the Curiosities.
Okay.
Is a interesting series produced by him, and it's going to be like these crazy stories like that are in this. They're called horror anthologies. So like every episode's different. They're not really connected, but they all exist in the same universe.
In the washer.
So
man.
Very good. And Guillermo del Toro, if nobody knows, is a horror genius. So, and then oh my god, I forgot about this. Tim Burton's Addams Family spinoff called Wednesday.
What's that one?
It's based on Wednesday Addams. Like she's getting her own show by Tim Burton. I don't know. It's just weird. And the two big ones, in my opinion, that were really fun. The second season of the Cuphead show is coming back August 19th.
Nice.
And then the big one, the number one thing I was super excited for at Netflix Geek Week. The next Castlevania series, baby. Castlevania Nocturne, baby. Let's go. That's all I needed to see. Thank you, Netflix. We're going to go into Richter's story now. Finally.
Ooh.
Finally. They're
Nice.
changing.
Wait, are those sleeves?
Though they're definitely changing the actual timeline of the games.
Okay. Because
technically, if Trevor was first, it should have been Simon first. But hey, I don't give a fuck. I'll take Castlevania. So Richter Belmont, baby, for the win. Let's go. And then everybody in the world could be like, hey, it's that guy from Smash Brothers.
Bruh. It's good publicity, though.
Good publicity. But yeah, no, that was Netflix Geek Week. It was pretty cool. There's some good things,
Nice.
Cool shows coming out. A lot of animated stuff, thank God.
That's good. That's good.
I need everyone's mailing address for the wedding.
Okay.
I need it soon.
Okay.
You can put that.
Okay.
We're here at gunpoint.
You felt that aura too.
You felt that aura too. This tone transcends.
The aura. But yes, let's see. That's it for Netflix. Well, I guess
Okay.
this is a good transition since Sonic Prime was mentioned. Let's get Sonic Central over with, dude.
Bruh, like, listen, this is one of those things where you were best to like tamper expectations, be especially if you're following like their Twitter like
Dog,
account.
I expected nothing and I was still disappointed.
Oh my god.
Right.
Well, I mean, just, that's me trying the best because I definitely walked into this thinking like, oh, this is direct level. Oh, this is Avengers level.
You poor bastard.
And wow, really,
That was so bad. That was so bad. Listen, the best announcement there was the Sonic Symphony doing the world tour. That's cool. Come over to the West Coast. I'll try to go. Other than that, everything else fucking sucked. If you want it, if you look at, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't usually like to be that guy, but I was like, the whole time, I was like, what is this, dude? They said, hey, you guys want an animated series based on Sonic Frontiers, a prequel to it? Here you go. 2 seconds of Knuckles. All right, that was our preview of Sonic Frontiers prologue. I was like, thanks. Only the rain moved.
I only saw driplets.
We saw driplets and that was it. Wow. And then but don't even get me Sonic or Sonic Prime. They said Shadow, and then that's it.
It's exactly, it's almost like Big's reveal, except with no lines.
That's it was so bad, dude. Oh, but hey, come on, the merchandise. Buy our merch. G Fuel Knuckles edition, fucking Pez dispensers.
Dispensers.
You want
Yo, man, Pez dispensers though.
The posters,
Pez
actually, the posters are
dispensers.
kind of nice, but
The posters do look nice, but buy our merch. The only video game news we got out of a Sonic presentation. Oh, well, the Blu-ray release of Sonic 2. Like, oh yeah, that's special. Everyone knew it was gonna get a Blu-ray release. Come on, Sega. And then the only 2 video game related news is we got a trailer for Sonic Origins. Game looks great.
looks great.
It literally comes out in 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Not even King Ice things.
I do want to bring up something in Sonic Origins but we'll talk about that at the end. And then Sonic Frontiers. They showed off a one boss fight for 10 seconds and said, well, IGN's got the rest. Keep it here. And I'm like,
They knew what they were doing.
bruh, that was so bad. Dude, listen, not everything needs a direct. That was not one of them. Like, that thing sucked. Sega, if you're going to give us a big ass Sonic Direct, at least have content that matters.
Yeah, no, I like, part of me truly believes that they did want to sprinkle in that as kind of like your, okay, well, there was something for you to tune in for, but we really want you to kind of stick around so we can show off the merchandise.
That's because merch accounts for a lot of money in their stuff.
This is fair. Yeah, I understand that.
I am okay with the idea with Sonic Central because the last one was good. The last one announced Origins, Colors Ultimate, Frontiers, new animated shows that looked good. You know, like the Symphony. They did good. If you don't have anything to announce, why even go out of your way to do this?
Mm-hmm.
You could have just tweeted about the World Symphony.
This is also true. And the merch, of course.
Yeah, like that literally did not need to happen. And then do we talk about Sonic Origins? Yeah, I'll talk about it. I'll be the bad guy.
Yeah.
I'm the Mario fan anyways. I guess I'll be the bad guy. So I always say that, right? I always say like, oh, I'm the Mario fan. Sega sucks. I obviously don't really think that. I actually really love Sega games. And I love my Sega Genesis. And I do love a lot of titles. And let me tell you, my favorite Genesis game, well, one of my favorite Genesis games is Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Sonic 3 Knuckles is fantastic, and it was my favorite 2D Sonic until Mania.
Right.
And I understand why it doesn't get re-released because of the whole Michael Jackson being on the soundtrack kind of thing. There's a lot of licensing issues because of that. It's really crazy, and I understand all that. But you are talking about Sega, a billion-dollar company. Why can you not afford those soundtracks? So
especially as impactful as they
The
are.
Sonic Origins is not going to have the original soundtrack. That's what I'm trying to say. It's going to have music that is done by Jen Sonoe, who is the guitarist for Crush 40 and the main composer of the Sonic series overall.
Okay. So
He is going to use a legitimate Sega Genesis sound chip to try and replicate most of the music.
I'll be optimistic about that.
I hope it's good. I don't know. I grew up with those games. That music is ingrained into my brain like forever at this point.
Mhm.
I hope the soundtrack is good. I hope it is what everyone wants, and I hope that $3 or $4 DLC that they want for music is the original soundtrack. I'll pay it. You got me. I'll pay it. Like, unfortunately, if that's what it's gonna take, okay. I do hope it's good though. I do hope it turns out better than it needs to be. I just want to see Sonic 3 and Knuckles re-released again. That's all I ask.
Yeah, same.
All right, I did it. You're welcome, Brian.
I just want Tango with that barrel of death one more time.
Oh my god. Oh, well, you know what? Hey, you know what? We can replace Carnival Night Zone song. That song sucked anyways. That's okay.
We're counting on you, Jen Snow.
The only cool part about that song was the chords that turned into Jam by Michael Jackson. That's it. The dun, 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 dun. Jam.
Okay,
Here comes
gotcha,
the
Brian.
man.
Brian just want to point out the fact that Ubisoft was the one to have a whole Michael Jackson Just Dance game.
Wasn't he still alive when that game came out?
I'll check.
That's why. Remember, here's the thing, guys. Sonic 3 and Knuckles used to be re-released all the time. It just didn't happen after his death.
What was it? Michael Jackson The Experience came out November 23rd, 2010?
2010? Yeah, he was... let me
yeah.
source myself before I say something dumb.
Aye.
Oh, wait. Oh, no, he did die in 2009. Ooh, damn. All right, nope. I blame Sega. Anyways.
You think they may have had negotiations prior to that? I don't know. Sure.
Maybe. But to be fair, there's a whole difference between getting licensed songs for a game specifically based on Michael Jackson than getting something he created.
Christoph, don't say no. He freshly passed. What?
But yeah, that was Sonic Central. It sucked. It's not good. All right, so what do you want to do next? Do you want to just jump into Summer Games Fest?
Oh my god, yes. So, I just want to preface that all I really know from Summer Game Fest is one, what happened outside, which was obviously the PlayStation's like
the leak,
their state of play, right? And then just like their initial show. After that, I didn't get to see anything else after the fact.
All right, let's do Summer Games Fest. Let's talk about it. I also am going to leave the leak part for the end because that's a whole conversation on its own.
Okay.
All right, so let's do it. They opened with Street Fighter 6. They were telling that it was going to be a new trailer with a new character, and you know what? It was a new character that was not announced yet. It was Guile. Guile's coming back.
Can I say?
And you know what?
Oh, go ahead.
Man, Street Fighter 6 looks so good, dude.
It does.
So good. I mean, crossplay is confirmed. Rollback netcode. That's all you had to tell me.
Did you say rollback netcode?
Rollback netcode, crossplay. Mark, you can get it on Series X. I can get it on PS5. We can play. There it is. We finally have a mainline Street Fighter game being accessible to everybody, and that's the only thing that matters.
You gotta love it.
That at this point, who even cares who gets in? I'm in. I'm all in.
I'm pretty sure they also confirmed that the remastered JoJo fighting game is going to be crossplay.
I do not think they did that. No.
It's because mainly because it's saying it's like you can play together no matter where you are. I was like, oh, that sounds like crossplay to me. No matter what system you're on, you can play.
We'll see, because it's on Switch, and I want to see how the Switch version runs.
Oh right, okay.
I know. Phil, if it's on Switch, Phil, I know you want to see how the Switch version of anything runs.
I mean, I'm getting it on PS5 and Switch. That's my initial thoughts. But yes. Anyways, Street Fighter though. Man.
I want to say Guile looks like 3 buff guys put together.
Yeah, dude, Guile looks sick as fuck, boy.
And he still has the comb.
He still has the comb. Dude, have you seen the taunts? Yo, imagine getting disrespected by Luke.
Hadouken.
Hadouken. I was like, oh, that's disrespectful, dude. Someone on Twitter, I can't credit the source, but I know it wasn't me. They said straight up, imagine getting bodied by someone with modern controls and then playing Luke and then having to do that taunt on you. It's terrible.
I do like that they're trying to be accessible to everybody.
Yes.
Yeah, something that they haven't officially announced, but it's in the demos. Tag team battle.
That's cool.
Oh yeah, that's right. They did have that.
Fighters had that for their raids.
Yeah,
and
yes. Street Fighter hasn't had a fun mode since 4. So,
but you know, like we've talked about before, they kind of need to do this.
They really do. It needs to appeal to everybody, and I think they're doing a good job. I think they're doing a fantastic job. I recommend watching Maximilian, dude.
Oh my god.
His breakdown of Street Fighter 6, because he's gotten to play it.
Yeah.
And he's got footage of it. And
people got footage
really
of him
crazy.
getting the footage.
Yeah. It's really crazy. Apparently
so
the game
funny.
is super heavy compared to the other games. Man, I can't wait, dude. I want to play this game so fucking bad.
I want to give it a try.
But I do need Capcom to chill out on the marketing. They're making this game look like it's coming out next month. And when they already said it's 2023, so like,
is there going to be a beta?
I would assume so.
I think that'd be
they did it with
thing.
5.
I mean,
I know 5 had a beta that was pretty rough.
The beta was rough, but I played it.
I guess if anything, just to test the networking stuff, if anything.
Yeah, I must say the UI and the actual HUD when you're fighting looks super clean. I like that the left side is blue, the right side is red. Nobody gets confused who their health bar is now.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I like the fighter selection is them like in the back of that garage.
Yo,
that's when it opens up.
Fighter selection looks so good. It's got style and personality. I'm like, yo, is Capcom making this game?
And you can make faces. You make faces.
Really
Capcom
the new art direction.
Capcom's finally making a Capcom fighting game and not something dumb. I can't believe it, dude. I'm in, and it's running on RE Engine. Oh my god!
Looking at the impacts, it's something else.
Jesus Christ,
you could feel Ryu getting kicked in the chest. Like,
dude, it was. I can't believe it, dude. I cannot wait for Street Fighter 6. That's one of my most anticipated games next year now. Aliens Dark Descent.
Aliens Dark Descent.
Yes, this was revealed for 2023. It looks like a top-down shooter. That's all I can say. There was a CG trailer, and you're gonna know this as you keep going on. That's a trend in this show. Oh, we got gameplay for the Callisto Protocol.
Yes, bruh. My
god.
It's...
I don't think that's a game for Justin, but
it's kind of harsh. I'm almost into it though.
That's a game for me. I cannot wait to play that, dude. That game went from being like it exists to a 10 out of 10 immediately for me. Like, I want to play that so bad, dude. Oh my god. I can't believe how good that game looks too. The game looks great. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, baby.
Oh, sorry.
I'm trolling. I don't know.
I was gonna say real quick. Just want to acknowledge Brian in the chat as well. Something about Overwatch 2's reveal event. That's cool though.
There's an Overwatch 2 reveal event.
That's what I'm believing the acronyms for. Showcase
No.
certain aspects of the game.
What's the acronyms?
It's OW2.
Okay, yeah, that's Overwatch 2.
Okay.
Overwatch 2 had a reveal event.
I'm not sure.
If it did, they're doing a bad job of promoting it.
Yeah, like it's one of those things where it's like, what's this? I mean, like for me, all I have is a backpack that my cousin provided to me. That's all I know about Overwatch.
Man,
but
I hope 2 is good. Specifically, Brian, I know that you stream Overwatch a lot. I hope Overwatch 2 is good, man. Because when I saw the multiplayer, I was like, "Yo, is this just Overwatch 1?"
I know, but I mean, like, nah, actually, I can't make any excuses for it.
I don't know, man.
Now, I was also saying that Street Fighter just adding hip hop, it just always works. Case in point, Third Strike.
Yeah, dude, the theme song. How did I not forget about the theme song? They released a whole music video for it.
Nice.
It's so good.
I'll have to put
so
it on
good.
queue later.
Yeah, I'll throw it in our Discords later. It's so good, dude. Yeah, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Looks like Call of Duty.
I will say
It looks really good, BTBH.
I was gonna say, where's Mark gonna rush into this?
Well, I knew
that's
he was gonna jump
that's
in.
because, like, I mean, yes, does it look like Call of Duty? Of course.
Of
But does
course.
it look? But does it look good? Does it look realistic?
It
Very
looks
much
sharper.
so.
Looks sharper.
Yeah, definitely looks like
mission.
running and gunning like Call of Duty is. Look, dog, I'm gonna play it because it's Modern Warfare 2, but I'm not gonna sit here and pretend it doesn't just look like Call of Duty.
Cannot deny there are some CODs that are better than others, though.
That's why I'm saying Modern Warfare 2. It's Infinity Ward. I'll play it.
Yeah, like 2019's COD was the best COD we'd had in a long time.
That's why I'm saying. That's why I'm gonna go in all in on this one. But
Mhm.
I'm just letting you know right now. It's just Call of Duty. But I
mean,
will
you're
play
not.
it.
I'm not saying you're
You're not wrong.
Like, I'm
You're
not
not
saying you're wrong.
And I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying it's Call of Duty.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Fair enough.
I expected that reaction from Justin. Honestly, he'd be like, he'd get gunpoint, go bruh.
Yeah.
I mean-
all right. Here's the
Not wrong.
Here's the first unnecessary remake of the day. Layers of Fear is getting a fucking remake.
It is.
Yeah, so Bloober Team is
Bloober Team.
remaking Layers of Fears 1 and 2. Why? I don't know, but they're remaking the games that just barely came out like 3 or 4 years ago, maybe. They're gonna remake them in Unreal Engine 5. Listen, dog, they're walking simulators. If you like those, you're gonna like this game.
Simulator.
There are. It's one of those horror games where you just walk and stories told to you. There you go. Congrats. There's no puzzles,
There's no threats?
no threats.
Wow. Okay.
I can tell you this because 1 year on Halloween we got together and played through Layers of Fear 1. And while it was cool, I would not say it was a incredible experience. So yeah. Marvel's Midnight Suns.
Honestly,
That was pretty good.
I like the concept of it.
Can any of you tell me what genre this game is?
It's a tactical RPG.
It
Right.
is a card-based tactical RPG. And tell me why that was not portrayed correctly, because it's a fucking CGI trailer.
I say I didn't know about the card thing. I thought
Yeah.
I was ahead of the curb.
Yeah, and I thought it was because it's being developed by the same team who usually does XCOM.
Which, yeah, it's like an XCOM type of game, like Gears Tactics as well.
Yeah, well, guess what? It still has card-based mechanics in it.
Which is interesting.
I guess.
Yeah, I think it's interesting because I would never have thought of that.
I know you like card games, so maybe this appeals to you a little more, but I was like, yo, I needed to see gameplay if you want to try and get me.
This is true.
I like card games like like Yu-Gi-Oh, but this is a little different.
Yeah,
All right.
they didn't do much. It's definitely an XCOM style game with card-based mechanics. Like, I don't know, it's weird. It's so weird. I don't know why they didn't show that off. Maybe because nobody wanted to see that. I don't know. Maybe they need to portray that game a little better for me to get a little more hyped. Also, they're confirming the Switch version of that game got delayed.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's
So I don't know what's going on with that. Gotham Knights.
Certainly it's a thing. What was it?
Got
Gotham
another
Knights,
CG
Batman
trailer.
died. So, and
Yeah, Batman died.
thank you, Jeff Keighley.
Thank you, Jeff. That was all I needed to hear. Saints Row Boss Factory. Have you heard of this?
I heard about it. Yeah,
It's just an app that lets you make your character now before the game comes out.
which is fun in its own right.
Yeah, it's fun.
The nice distraction.
Cool. Yeah. Okay, we'll talk about a good game. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's
Ow.
Revenge, baby. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. Yo, I know that game comes out next week. How the fuck did they leave out two of the biggest announcements a week prior? You already had my attention. You already had me hyped. Now you have me through the fucking roof.
Brian
Like-
can confirm. The 6-player online.
Dude,
Check.
6 players local and online. Are you kidding me? That's so cool.
Casey's in.
And Casey, baby. That is the #1 character I wanted in that game. I saw April and I was like, that's unnecessary but cool. Splinter makes sense. I was like, all you got to do is give me Casey Jones, baby. That's all you need. And they didn't tell me us anything about him until the very end. I love it. I love it so much. I cannot wait to play that game. That is one of my most hyped up games this year. And I'm still going to wait because I'm going to pre-order through Limited Run.
See you in like 6 months.
See you in like 6 months, teenage. I love it. But it's worth the wait to have it physically. I can't wait. Cuphead got a new trailer.
Oh yeah, Delicious Last Course.
Yeah, I don't want to really see too much because I want to go in a little blind. But guess what? The DLC is only $8. I feel like I'm robbing a bank. Is that okay? Like, is it okay to charge $8 for that?
For such a long wait? It doesn't feel like it, right?
Like, hey, Studio MDHR, are you good? You guys need money? I'll hand you 20. It's okay. But like, yo, $8. I understand that it's only a couple of boss fights, but like, come on, man, $8? That's crazy. Now, give me the physical copy. now, do it already.
Deliver.
Have the DLC on it. I don't know what you want to do. Do it. I'll buy it 3 times. I'll buy it 2 times. Switch and Xbox. Come on.
2 times.
Here's another card game that's not a card game.
Card game that's not a card game.
Yeah, so this was announced at the Nintendo World, the Nindy World Showcase, right?
Oh, yes.
But they actually have a real confirmed release date now, and it is June 16th for the game Neon White, which is the game.
Oh, yeah.
It's the next game by Besthesda, who created Donut County.
What a weird jump. But we'll take it.
Yeah. It's a first-person shooter with card-based mechanics. So every card determines your next move. It's very interesting. Like, you build a deck and every card determines your next move. So like if you're running and you have this card that's a pistol, you can only use that one shot. So you have to make sure it counts.
Oh, don't worry, Brian. We'll definitely jump into Sonic real quick.
Oh God, do I want to?
I mean, we'll get there.
Wait, which Sonic? Frontiers?
Frontiers.
Oh God. Humankind. All right, next game. I don't know what the fuck it is. According to IGN, it's a turn-based strategy game. All right, next game. Flashback 2. Anybody know what Flashback is?
Unfortunately, no.
Mark, I'll give you one chance to tell me what Flashback is.
Before you fail me once again.
Mark doesn't even know because he's so stunned with words. Thank you, Mark.
I'm at a loss for words.
You fucker.
I thought you were actually just gone.
Yeah, I thought it was just... It's a old ass PC platformer, and it came out on some other consoles too, but it was an old, you know, like the old Prince of Persia games, maybe like Out of This World. They're cinematic platformers. That's what they're called. It's a sequel to that got announced last year, but they actually showed it off this year. It's coming out this year. That's all I can say. It looks pretty all right. Okay, here's one of the games I was genuinely like curious about.
Is the one with Big Gordon?
I'll get there. No,
Okay.
but you're right. It's called Witchfire.
Oh, I actually am interested in that one.
Yeah, it's a first-person shooter, but it kind of reminds me of like, do you remember that old PS2 and Xbox original game by Capcom? It was published by Capcom, developed by High Moon Studios.
High Moon
What is it
Studios.
called? Dark Watch?
Honestly,
It's called Dark
I'm just looking at Dark Watch.
Watch.
But...
Let's see if my useless video game knowledge is correct. Yes,
yeah.
Dark Watch.
Okay. You know, I just kind of looked at it and I was like, oh, mover shooter. Perfect.
Yes, there you go. Dark Watch. It reminds me of Dark Watch, and that's kind of cool. I like Dark Watch. It's very hidden gem.
I saw like in this like Witchfire type of presentation it was just like medieval stuff, magic, and I have the gun.
Yep. Fort Solis. I don't know how to say it. It has Troy Baker, and it has the dude who played Arthur Morgan from Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh yeah, okay, that's why it sounds something like. Yeah, they spend a fair bit of time just kind of like elaborating on like their experience working together, which I mean,
yeah, and
sure, but
and again, it was just a CG trailer, no gameplay, of course. Routine is a horror game.
Yes,
with the soundtrack being done by Mick Gordon, so you can already know the music is going to be good.
Yeah, you hear it actually.
That man can make good music. Here's a post from IGN. Blizzard devs announced Stormgate, a post-apocalyptic RTS.
All right.
Okay.
Some people like that.
Why the fuck did we need Goat Simulator 3?
And more importantly, why did it have to be 3? And not just 2?
Sure. Highly anticipated Goat Simulator 3. Warhammer 40K Dark Tide. I'm sure all the Warhammer fans will tell me something. I don't know. I think it's good, but I'm not a big into Warhammer like that. So I wouldn't know. A game called High Water.
I did like that, like aesthetically.
Yeah, aesthetically it looks good. Oh, here we go. We can all talk about this one. One Piece Odyssey.
Anaya was hoping that'd be good, but he's not exactly holding his breath on that one.
Fair.
You know what, Anaya? I'll give you a little bit of breathing room. You ready for this? It's being developed by Ilka.
Oh, okay.
As in the same Ilka that developed Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl.
Ooh.
And just all of Pokemon Home, right?
Yeah, all of Pokemon Home. So you know what? It could have decent RPG mechanics. It looks more very like Japanese traditional RPGs. So turn-based, XP. So, okay. I'm in. I like turn-based RPGs, That sounds cool. And aesthetically, it looks good.
Yeah. I mean, I think the art style, you just kind of like nail it with like One Piece specifically.
Yeah. So I'm in. I'm all in. This one's for Nolan if he's ever out there. Genshin Impact developer Hoyoverse has announced Honkai Star Rail and Zenless Zone Zero.
I gotta see more for especially like Zone Zero, just to really distinguish that from like Honkai as well as Genshin, because it does kind of look the same.
They're definitely the same.
But I heard that Star Rail is actually the turn-based.
Interesting. Hey man, Genshin's made them a lot of money. It's time to start doing other franchises.
Yeah, they gotta.
Nightingale, an upcoming survival game.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, that looked cool. Ooh, here's one of the games to show for me personally. Metal Hellsinger, baby.
Oh man,
Metal Hellsinger is the rhythm-based first-person shooter. Yo, let me tell you something. They dropped the demo for it right after. I downloaded that baby immediately, and I will say that game is good. That game is so good. The music, bruh, the music is metal as fuck. And there's like a lot of talent behind that music. It's like one guy composing most of the music, but there's a lot of artists that are singing for it. Serge Tankian is part of that shit, dude. Surge fucking Tankian from System of a Down. I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that. It's really fun. I will say it's a little complicated if you're not into rhythm games.
I was gonna ask, like, how is it?
You have to be really into rhythm games. It's
Got you.
essentially think of Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal's movement,
Right.
but you're tapping the fire button to rhythm, and you're tapping dash, jump, reloads, and firing at rhythm.
As far as rhythm games, I've really just been thinking as of recently, Cadence, Necromancer,
It's
also just Hyrule as well.
I would say that it's kind of like that in terms of like how it's always like
Yeah,
you
on
always
the beat.
attack on beat.
Mhm.
That's what this is. And thankfully the crosshair has arrows that are moving, so you can always see when you can hit the beat.
Oh, got you.
So it's always there for you visually. It's just depends on you to actually hit everything on time.
Got you.
And
Okay.
you can play the game without being good at rhythm games. You just wouldn't get a lot of satisfaction out of it because it definitely punishes you for not being good at rhythm games. So I wouldn't say it's for everybody, but I cannot wait to play the full game. The demo alone sold me. Yeah. Warframe still gets played apparently.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Thank you, Mark. I was gonna say, like, yeah, I think Mark would like really appreciate this one.
Okay, then Mark, new open world expansion. How do you feel?
That's cool.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
That's it. Warframe's actually really good if you get put time into it.
I actually know it's good. I only played like when it first came out, and I thought this was good, but I never really played it after.
I was
Yeah,
thinking the same
that's
thing
fair.
too.
A 2.5D indie side-scrolling game called American Arcadia. That was there.
I don't remember that one. I will look it up.
I think I remember seeing it a little bit, and yeah, it looks all right. So yeah, that's all of the stuff that got announced before the big one, right? So let's talk about that big one, right? Unfortunately, as all things come to, well, there was Sonic Frontiers. What was the whole controversy about that, Brian? About Sonic Frontiers at the show? They were supposed to talk about it, and it didn't happen.
Well, there's a lot.
What was that controversy?
It really just started off on June 1st when they decided to announce that, like, hey, we got a bunch of stuff happening with Sonic Frontiers. We're gonna let IGN take the reins as far as covering it for the entire month. What does that what does that like mean? We don't really know. We'll just have to wait. So we have like the first teaser, 2 gameplay bits, and then a talk with the boss of Sonic Team as far as their thoughts about it. So 4 things. And then we have Summer Games Fest, where we've seen like demos out there, and for some reason all we have for footage is just shaky cameras of people like from a distance taking a look. Maybe we don't really know why that's the case. Maybe they just weren't allowed to film anything, in which case, like, why, where are we getting? Are we just getting straight from like IGN, like everything, even like it's being on the show floors that you just can't show it, like because there's a cutscene. There's also like a sequence that looks like Sky Sanctuary. Thank you, Brian, for giving me that context. So
what was the context?
It was a stage that like was in the same place. Someone got like footage, the shaky cam footage, and it showed like Sonic in a what looked like a Sky Sanctuary like generation stage. It looked very much so like that. So I was interested in that, but outside of that, we'd never heard of that up until now. So it's weird. It's weird how they're deciding to like promo this like game.
God, I want to be optimistic for Sonic Forces, or sorry, Frontiers. But man,
Forces
2? It's getting really hard for me to go, man, I can't wait to. I'm at that point where I'm like, I'm buying it just to see how good it is.
I think just like one good trailer that kind of showcases all the good things about it.
I am at the point of Sonic Frontiers where I'm gonna say this. And I know Nico Ark's gonna kill me for this in the Discord, but let's talk about it. Ready?
Okay.
I am at the point of the game where I'm going to purposely get it just so I can tell people how it is. So I can save you the time and money if you don't want to get it or not. And I will be getting both Switch and Xbox. I'm getting it on Xbox.
Oh, really? Okay.
This game is supposed to be coming out for the Switch.
This is true.
You're scaring me.
I was gonna say, well, I appreciate them actually trying to put it onto the Switch. We'll see though.
You're absolutely terrifying me with that statement. Like, you can't tell me Switch version and then show this. That poor Switch is not going to run it.
And we're at a day and age where there's no longer like a Unleashed 360 PlayStation 3 and a Wii version.
Yeah, there's no versions anymore. This is the game. Like, I don't know. I'm scared. I'm scared for this game. And it still says holiday 2022. Is that real?
I actually never
Is that real?
Never kept track of the release date actually.
Yeah, it still says holiday 2022. I don't know about that release date, man. So, but yeah, so let's talk about the big leak, right? So,
oh yes. Well, there's a couple big leaks actually, but yeah, that one.
Unfortunately, in the morning of Summer Game Fest, the big last thing got revealed, which really deflated the show for me because I was like, well, that was a show. And that was The Last of Us Remake Part 1. So let's get this out of the way first. The rumors were true. There is a remake being done for the game from the ground up for the PlayStation 5 by Naughty Dog. It is not being outsourced. And from what I know, let's talk about the actual improvements, right?
Okay.
The game is getting new models. The game does have the more modern look of Last of Us Part 2.
Yes.
For sure. It is definitely an upgrade in all the senses of the word. You can definitely look at it and go, wow, that's pretty. Like, it looks good. And then the oh my god, where was I gonna go with that? The enemy AI, the gameplay, it is going to try and match part 2.
In what way, actually? Because I never
the idea of like the enemies going like having emotions to each other and stuff like that. Stuff that was not in
gotcha.
The stuff that wasn't in part 1. All of the gameplay changes that they made for part 2 should be here as well.
Okay.
So it's going to be a much more unified game like series.
I see. Yeah, I see what you mean then.
Yeah. So there are a lot of changes. All right, that's the biggest positives I can give this right now.
Okay. Demo.
All right. I don't like. I hate doing this. I really do. But let's do it.
Yes.
God, this remake does not need to happen.
Just given all alternatives, yeah.
I think
I get it though. I like this idea about unifying like the series, so it just kind of matches up gameplay wise. But given like the history of it, and a bunch of other factors, you do feel like this is kind of one of those unnecessary like steps towards like games like from Naughty Dog.
There's just no need for it. The Last of Us remake is already backwards compatible. The Last of Us remastered is already backwards compatible. Hell, it is in the PlayStation Plus collection. All you need to do is sign up for PS Plus, and it's right there.
It's also pretty dirt cheap too, just like retail wise.
Dude, you can buy a fucking physical copy for like what, less than $10 now?
That's how much mine was.
Yeah, like it's not expensive for the game. And I understand there's a lot of people that are trying to say it's a really good idea. It's been 10 years. I understand that statement. And maybe it's because let me try to put it in a way that it makes sense. We have not come that far in terms of like gameplay, in terms of like what consoles can do. All right, we are still in what I call the HD era. Like, you can make games look prettier and prettier, but it's not it's not the same graphical leaps from like an N64, PlayStation 1 to a PS2 and GameCube. It's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're not sitting. We're not in that era anymore.
We also have to talk about the fact that there's also the talk about backwards compatibility in the mix for other like remastered stuff. Like I mean, this may not be the greatest example out there, but like Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, that was initially a GameCube game, had a Wii release, but then they had like the HD remaster for that one, including Wind Waker for the Wii U. I think Wind Waker like is a better example of that.
I would say that Wind Waker HD is definitely a remake for sure. Like, it definitely feels like the remake. I would call Twilight Princess a remaster for sure.
Okay.
Same with Twilight. Same with Skyward Sword HD. I think that is a remaster. Now, I'm not saying Nintendo isn't guilty of all this either.
Mhm.
That is not what this argument is about. Every fucking company in the world is guilty of these remake remasters unnecessarily, like being there for no reason. They are. And I can understand why Sony would want to jump on that. I feel like The Last of Us is so fresh in our minds that this game doesn't need a remake. It's not considered old, is what I'm trying to say.
Hmm.
But I guess if you look into it really, it's 10 years old already. The original game, it has been 10 years. Or almost 10 years. I think it's going to be 10 years soon.
Hmm.
So it's old. It's just
You just feel like the history of it and just other reception stuff, like it doesn't really feel like it needs that.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. I don't actually really don't know how I feel about The Last of Us Part 1. I said it on Twitter and I said it on Discord and I've said it in a lot of places. The Last of Us Part
good
1
night.
is one of my favorite games of all time. It is definitely top 10, but I don't know if it's top 5, but it's a game that I personally share a real like deep connection with my wife because it's a game that we share like, you know, that she got interested in. She was able to actually sit down with me and enjoy the story and understand why I play video games and why I like the medium.
Hmm.
That I will never like not appreciate The Last of Us for. And on top of that, to boot, it's a damn well good game. Like, it's a Naughty Dog game. Naughty Dog's my favorite PlayStation developer. It's again, it is one of my favorite games of all time. The Last of Us Part 1 is a fucking stone cold classic to me. I just don't think it needs the remake. I think it's just superfluous at this point.
Yeah, because what was it? Last of Us actually initially released on PlayStation 3, got the remaster for PlayStation 4,
PlayStation 4.
and
now it's
we
PS5.
now we have the Part 1.
The remake from the ground up, yeah.
Yeah. So when you look at it, that like for me, that kind of makes sense just on paper. But of course, remaster just has, and this is also like thanks to PlayStation 5 being a little bit more open with backwards compatibility, that you can actually play through remaster, and it still looks really good.
Yeah,
so I think that might be part of the reason. Yeah.
I don't know. It's not cool. On top of that, they're charging $70.
And it doesn't include the multiplayer, from what I hear.
It doesn't have the multiplayer. It doesn't have half of the game. Okay. Once again, I only play the campaign. Obviously, the multiplayer is just an extra at this point. Naughty Dog games usually shouldn't have them. Whatever. Sure. But it was there in the original game. It was like part of the package. You mean to tell me we're going to get charged $70 for a remake of the campaign and that's about it?
I think they might also include the DLC.
The Left Behind DLC. It's
Yeah.
on there because it's in the trailer.
Okay.
But I mean, again, that's only what, 3 hours, 4 hours?
Yeah. Even with that alone, I don't think it would justify like the full like pricing, just as far as the experience. Because at the time, like Last of Us I should just say Last of Us was like a full price game.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that's a weird decision. I think that I think it stings a little more because of the big rumor that it has behind it too. The big whole internal shift at Sony.
I think I know what you're talking about.
So the problem here is last week there have been internal reports. This is all rumor based, obviously, but this game kind of confirms it, that Sony Santa Monica is having a lot of development issues with God of War Ragnarok.
Yeah.
And they cannot give us a real release date because they don't know. And so PlayStation had to do the old Nintendo switcheroo and go, man, well, Last of Us Remake is pretty much done. So let's flip the release dates.
It's funny.
Yeah, they gotta give the release dates. So we're getting The Last of Us Remake, The Last of Us Part 1. Sorry, goddamn, this title sucks. On September 2nd. Which, if you would have asked anybody else when God of War Ragnarok would have been coming out, we would have bet it on September. Now, I don't think that's a possibility. I don't think God of War is going to make it this year, guys. That scares me.
I could have heard
Because
that it was going to be pushed to next year, but I mean, I heard. So
that legitimately scares me because that is the only brand new game left for Sony this year. Like Sony first party, obviously Forspoken's coming out. That's a Square Enix game.
yeah,
There are other titles coming out, obviously Call of Duty, all that stuff. But
yeah.
I mean, like first party studio developed games. God of War Ragnarok was the and Ragnarok is a new game sequel, so
Yeah. And
it's a little bit more exciting than just a remake.
Right. And of course, we already know the whole story about Horizon's like Forbidden West. It's good, just the timing on the release.
Terrible timing. Plus, we also have PlayStation VR 2. So I know that Sony's got some things up their sleeve, but I think I'm really scared to see God of War go into next year. The earliest this year I can see that game coming out is November, December. And that's pushing it. I think God of War, I think November, December is probably its best bet if it's gonna make it this year. Because I don't know at this point. But if it does get pushed next year, I feel like next year is saturated already. All of the good games got pushed into next year, so with that in mind, I just want to say now, congratulations to Elden Ring for winning Game of the Year 2022.
You deserved it.
You deserved it. You made it on time. Well, you made it early in the year. No other game can compete with you. Congratulations. You're about to win all the awards.
By a landslide.
By a fucking landslide. I can't even think of a game nominated this year to be against it. Horizon maybe, but even then, we already know Elden Ring's better. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I like Horizon. I think this series is great, but it doesn't do much for the open world genre.
It's more for them. It's more for them.
Elden Ring was the next step in the open world genre, in my opinion, in terms of discovery, in terms of like movement and freedom. There was Breath of the Wild in 2017, Elden Ring 2022. That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
So unfortunate.
Breath of the Wild, or I'm sorry, the sequel to Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is still like a pending thing.
Get your names right before the Nintendo ninjas come after you.
I know, right? Actually, I'm not sure if this is a good segue because I don't know if you want anything else you want to add as far as Summer Games Fest.
Overall, I thought the show was pretty meh. It kind of proves that E3 really was a thing. Like it's much more cohesive than just slapping Summer Games Fest on a fucking presentation and saying, "Look, it's part of it."
Actually,
look, it's here.
I know that I did miss something, and you posted it later on Discord. But I did want to kind of quickly segue because we just brought up Nintendo.
Go ahead.
I heard last stream from somebody in chat about a leak for like Nintendo Direct. I mean, grain of salt. Wednesday.
Yeah, next Wednesday, right?
We hypothesized that too.
It's not okay, guys. Let's be very 100% clear.
Okay.
It's not a fucking surprise if we get a Nintendo Direct this month. They have had a Nintendo Direct on June for the last 10 years. It's not a fucking shocker if we get a Direct of some sort this month. It's gonna happen. It's just a matter of when. Nintendo doesn't like to talk about that stuff until the day before.
That's true.
This is to stop fueling the leaks and for people to stop trying to force it.
That's good. And also the sheer fact of like, hey, no PTO. Don't do it.
Yeah. So my suggestion is let's wait till next Monday because I think
that's when we'll start hearing something. If anything, Tuesday.
If anything, Tuesday, but I would bet money on Tuesday or Wednesday. Those would be your best. Yeah, those would be your best bets for a Nintendo Direct to actually happen. Remember that even though E3 doesn't exist this year, doesn't mean they don't follow the same schedule. Nintendo has historically always gone 2 days after Xbox. So, and if Xbox is on Sunday, which they always usually do a weekend, There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Nintendo will probably have their direct next week.
I know we talked about Xbox, but we talk about that like in a little bit. I did want to say, and that's why I wanted to make the point that I did miss on a couple other events from Summer Game Fest, but you did post those stuff like on your Discord. It was one of them is called Plucky Squire.
Aha! You want to do Devolver Digital, or you want to do Day of the Devs first?
I mean, what was about Day of the Devs? Because I was kind of
So
I felt like that was their thing.
Just there. Okay, so Day of the Devs is a indie showcase that happens usually around Summer Games Fest. It's part of it. It premiered right after, right?
Hmm.
And it's hosted by Double Fine, a Xbox studio now. The same team who made Psychonauts.
Yes.
So Double Fine hosts Day of the Devs, where they get a bunch of very small indie games and developers that are, and it's just like it's just another presentation to show off games.
Oh, okay.
But they're mostly relegated to smaller indie games. So I'll go over the quick games that were there.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, sources from IGN, because they have the full list. So good job on them.
Oh, real quick question: Brutal Legends 2 when? I just want to ask.
Schaefer, if you're watching this, Tim Schaefer, please. Actually, you know what? Now that Limited Run Games is doing Xbox games, Psychonauts 2 physical when? Because I need it.
Ooh.
Like now. Now. Now Limited Run and Double Fine and Xbox, I need it now. I would pay you so much money. Well, I'd pay you the sum of the game's worth of $59.99 MSRP.
I would negotiate with my wife and then let you know how much I'd be willing to.
Oh my god! But I want a Psychonauts 2 physical copy. It's the only reason I haven't played it. So
yeah.
But yes, let's see. Here are the games that were announced. And I will try to read small descriptions so we're not completely copyrighted on it. But this was a source again is IGN. We've got Time Flies.
Okay.
It explores the limited time that we all have here on Earth as a fly. So you only have 77 seconds to live.
Oh.
So during that time, you do items. It's kind of like an Untitled Goose Game.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. It is confirmed for PlayStation, Switch, and PC. Planet of Lana. Apparently, it's a game that's already been announced, but there's new details about it.
I think I remember that.
It is published by Thunderful, so the same team who publishes the SteamWorld games.
Oh, okay.
It's a... I don't know what kind of game it is. It doesn't say. Puzzle adventure games. There it is. Coming to Xbox and PC.
Okay, I got the listing here too.
All right, Choo Choo Charles. I have seen this game before.
I've seen it too.
I've seen this game. Did you know it was based on a Stephen King book?
No.
It's based on it says it right here, but I did know about this tidbit. Inspired by Stephen King's 2016 children's book Charlie the Choo Choo.
Why would
which is actually from the King, it's extracted from the King's from his Dark Tower series.
Oh, got you. Okay.
It's literally think of it like a Slender Man game.
Okay.
That's what it is.
I know the premise of it just from like an old trailer I watched of it. Initially at the time it was just about you roaming around like on train, and there's just a roaming Charlie the Choo Choo train.
Well, that's what it is.
That hunts you down. Has it changed at all?
No.
Okay.
It looks like the same game, and it looks pretty terrifying. PC. It's only confirmed for PC.
Okay.
Escape Academy. It's a game where you're solving puzzles as the ultimate escapist. It looks like a bunch of obstacle courses. Looks first person. Looks cool. Headed to PC, PS5, and PS4 on July 14th.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll be on Game Pass day one. So Xbox as well.
Nicely done.
Wow. A little to the left. It's a according to IGN, it is a cute, cozy puzzle game about organizing household items into arrangements that look and feel pleasant. coming to PC and Switch later this year.
Okay.
Here's a game that was announced at an Indie World, Nintendo's Indie World stuff, Bear and Breakfast. This is a game. Yeah, if you remember what the game was, it's actually a management simulator where you manage a breakfast like diner.
Oh, okay.
And your bears. Bear and Breakfast. There you go. Comes out PC. It comes out on PC and Switch July 28th.
Okay.
Animal Well. This game kind of looks crazy. Have you seen it?
I'm seeing a thumbnail of it, and I'm like,
man,
you already see the art style, so you already know.
I saw this trailer. This trailer looks really good. It's according to IGN, it's a strange and surreal pixel art exploration game full of puzzles and secrets. It's a 2D platformer.
Ooh, okay.
It is coming to PS5 and PC.
Huh. All right.
Yeah, you would think it's a Switch game, but it's coming to PS5 at least.
Just wait. Just
Naiad. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm sorry. Is a relaxing minimalist exploration adventure game where you play as a water nymph swimming in a mysterious river.
Okay.
Comes to PC and consoles by the end of the year. Roots of Pacha. A PC game coming this year. It is inspired by Stardew Valley, so that's a Sephi game 100%. Besthesda, The Memories Between. Oh, okay. So this is a big one. It is a mobile game, right? However, it is by the developer of Monument Valley, which is one of the best mobile games of all time.
Okay.
So it's their new project, essentially. So it's another very interesting, very artistic and fun puzzle game. Like in solving like isometric, like you walk around these isometric mazes and figure out puzzles to get out of the level.
Okay.
So it looks really cool. Not gonna lie. Skim. I think it's pronounced Skim. Yeah, I think it's pronounced Skim. According to IGN, it is you play as the titular Skim, a little shadow creature. You're on the hunt for the human being you're the shadow of. Oh, okay. So I'm looking at it right now, and it's a game where you're the shadow, and the puzzle involves you having to go through different objects.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. Comes to Switch, PS4, PS5, and Xbox, and PC. Asobu. It doesn't have a description. I don't remember this game.
That's the actual name of it?
Asobu, yeah. It doesn't have, yeah, and also I want to point out that it's anime. All right.
Red
Fox
Rally.
Fox and Frog Travelers, the Demon of Adashino Island, is a Japanese indie game about sorry, Asobu. It's called Asobu Fox and Frog Travelers, the Demon of Adashino Island. It's the same game. So this is a 3D action adventure game that gets creepy as it goes on.
Oh, okay.
A plan for release in a few years.
Oh.
Yes. Another game called Goodbye World. It is a narrative adventure game that is done in the pixel styles of Super Nintendo and Game Boy Advance games. Comes to PC later this year.
I like that. Yeah.
A game called Birth is a pleasantly creepy point and click. Yeah. Pleasantly creepy point and click puzzle adventure game. About constructing a creature to keep you company out of spare bones and organs you find lying around.
Oh, okay. All right.
Birth is coming to PC later this year, fall. How to Say Goodbye is a narrative puzzle game in which you're a group of ghosts discover who they are and where they're lingering in the world after death. Cool. Coming to PC and mobile. And the last game that they did save for the very end, I actually do know about, so I don't actually have to read about it. It was a game I've been following, not closely, but I knew of the game. So the game in question is called Little Nemo and the Guardians of Slumberland. If you don't know what that is, Little Nemo used to be a cartoon back in the 80s that It's a throwaway cartoon, not gonna lie, but the reason it's important here is that this is the official sequel to the NES original Little Nemo, the Dream Master, published by Capcom. So this is a 2D platformer game where you get to like dress up in different costumes, and those costumes give you new abilities. You're
giving me some Bound Wonderworld vibes just by saying that.
Yes, but it was done really well back in the day.
Okay.
The pixel art, it's not pixel art. The art style looks fantastic, and the music, dude, the music is being done by one of the guys from Managuchi.
Mm-hmm.
So the same band that did the music for Scott Pilgrim versus the World, the game.
Oh, okay.
And they're yeah, it looks good and comes out June. It came out today.
What?
Oh no, the Kickstarter campaign is out on June 9th. So it's up for Kickstarter.
Gotcha.
I didn't realize they were going to go into a Kickstarter thing.
Hopefully that does well. Yeah.
I hope it does well too. It looks fantastic.
Physical copies?
So man, I hope so. Hope so. There you go. That was Day of the Devs. Double Fine likes to do these almost every year. They're fun. They're fun little indie presentations.
Okay.
Yeah. And then Devolver Digital is pretty quick. So if you don't know what Devolver Digital is, they're a really good indie company that pretty much publishes anything at this point. And let me tell you something. If you ever watch their shows, it is like Adult Swim on crack. That show is nuts. And it was just as ridiculous and hilarious as it ever was. They had Suda51 show up as a mech. Oh, it was amazing, and it was actually Suda51 himself.
It's funny.
It was like a mech with a screen of him, and they called him Mecha Suda. It was great.
Mecha Suda.
Mecha Suda, dude, and like, and to be fair, it was about 30-minute show with a lot of like funny scenes from the actual like premise of the show, with only 4 game announcements. However, the 4 game announcements were really good. So, first game they showed off was a game that was already announced. And hell, it was already announced getting a physical copy. But this is Cult of the Lamb. This is a kind of, it reminds me of like Binding of Isaac. But it looks really good. So yeah, it's like a Binding of Isaac roguelike kind of game. Looks really fun. That's coming out this year. Let me see. Cult of the Lamb comes out August for the Switch. For Switch, PS4, Xbox One, PS5, Series X, and PC. The next game was Angry Foot. Have you seen that acid trip of a game?
No.
It is a first-person game where you use your foot, and the foot does everything.
Oh, okay.
And it is wild. I don't know what to think about it. It was very loud. I will have to investigate it further. Angry Foot comes out. Angry Foot. Oh, it's called Anger Foot. Sorry. 2023. But there's a demo on Steam. If you're into that.
Okay.
The next two, I'm gonna save the next one for last because that was the big one for me. Let's go Skate Story. Skate Story looks so damn cool. So you play as this demon that's made out of glass, and for some reason, one or another, who knows, he needs to skateboard. So think not Tony Hawk. Think the Skate series. Like it looks more like the Skate series, but like you're skating through like these levels and these like platforming challenges. It looks super cool. And then when you fall, he shatters. It's really cool.
Right.
It's got this like really interesting art style. It's very like old time like vibes. Oh, dude, it looks good. Looks really good. And then the big one, the best game out of all of these announcements we've talked about this entire time, in my opinion. Literally the best one. The Plucky Squire. This game is being developed by James Turner's brand new studio. I forgot what the new studio's name is. Hold on. Yes, I am looking this up as we go along. I am professional.
No, that's fine. I mean, it's cool. I'm also looking it up too.
Yeah. So James Turner, if you guys don't know who he is actually one of the only Western like born people to be working at Game Freak. He was the only one, honestly. Nobody else works at Game Freak. Everybody that works at Game Freak is of Japanese descent. He was the only one that was from UK.
Oh, okay.
So he actually designed Pokemon for Black and White, Pokemon X and Y, Pokemon Sun and Moon, Ultra Sun and Moon, and Sword and Shield.
So yeah, he's okay. He's had some history designing a lot of things.
He's also directed 2 Game Freak games, Harmonite and Tembo the Badass Elephant.
Huh. I remember one. I don't recall the other one.
I'm reading a profile about him right now. He's got a lot of pedigree behind him. He's also used to work at a company called Genius Sonority, which created the Pokemon Battle Revolution games.
Wow, okay.
He designed all of the main characters for that game.
Oh, okay.
So the Plucky Squire is this man's brand new game from his new studio called All Possible Futures. And if you have seen the gameplay trailer, my God, dude, this man knows no bounds. That game looked better than half the AAA games they showed at Summer Games Fest. It's
just a wonderful art style that decided to take with that.
It tricks you. It thinks it's a storybook, and it still already looks good. I was already sold on that. And then as soon as the Plucky Squire jumps out of the book and he realizes there's a world outside the book, the entire game becomes you running around in these 3D environments, like kind of like Toy Story, running around, like messing with the book itself to continue the story.
Mm-hmm.
My God, dude, that is such an imaginative game. And there's like so many gameplay styles. It's not just the 2D top-down Zelda game. It's not just a 3D game. There's like Punch-Out references. There's mini games. There's so many things thrown in there, dude. I cannot wait for that game. 2023. It's confirmed for PS5, Series X, and Switch. I don't know how the Switch version is going to run on that.
It's going to be interesting because I saw the trailer through like the Switch YouTube channel, so that didn't seem like it changed anything. So either it's just a uniform type of like video that they were playing.
I think it's a uniform type of video, but for sure I'm getting on PS5. I do want to see how the Switch version runs.
Aye.
But man, it looks so good, dude. It looks so good. Anybody who has not heard of that game, please
just
look it up
Yeah.
And keep it on your radar. Special Reserve Games, if you're out there, that's the physical copy you need to do.
I
would buy 10. I don't know for what, but I would buy 10.
Deliver me one.
But that was the biggest game out of the entire day for me, personally.
Yeah, no, I looked at that and I was like, I think I missed out on a lot.
I know, I don't know if Avid Souls is still in the chat, but I know that he was upset that there really wasn't a lot of originality. That is the most original game I've seen all day. It looks so good. Yeah, that was it. That was all the big announcements. There's a lot of games. I wouldn't say a lot of them are hits. Some of them are a lot of misses, but yeah. We haven't even gotten to the good stuff yet, man. Sunday, tomorrow's the big day.
I keep forgetting that is actually tomorrow, and like I have really no plans up until 1 p.m. Pacific time. So, I mean, I'm ready. Honestly, 1 p.m. Pacific, yeah. You want? Should we double check that?
For what though?
Xbox Bethesda.
10 a.m. Pacific time.
What?
It's in the morning.
Pause. I'm gonna look that up right now.
Definitely 10.
I could have sworn I've just been seeing it like otherwise, but
definitely 10 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. Give me a moment, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Let him look it up.
Okay. No, you're right.
10 in the morning, baby.
They put Eastern like up front, but oh my god, 10 in the morning. Okay. Got it.
Yes, 10 in the morning. US Pacific time where we are at. Let me tell you something.
We talked about
that's gonna be a good show. We talked about it a bit. Like we talked about a lot actually, but I don't think we really actually had like legitimate, like well thought out predictions. We always just kind of shoot the shit on everything.
Yeah, honestly, I think we tried to formulate something last week. So
a little bit, but we also really like skimmed it. There's a lot to go into this. Let's jump in. I kind of wish Mark was here for that, but
he's here
dealing
in spirit.
With stuff.
Yeah, he's here in spirit.
So let's talk about some of this. Ready?
Okay,
let's do. Okay, go ahead.
No, hold on. We got a leak over here on Twitter about what they might show up. Something about Halo. Morbid time.
Morbid time.
It's Morbid time.
It's Morbid time. No. Okay, so let's do first party predictions first, right?
Oh, first party. Okay.
Oh yeah, and I know we kind of did this last week, but I have the actual list of first parties this time up and running.
I
got it right in front of me. Okay. We'll go in whatever order I choose.
Yeah, sure. I'll throw my 2 cents. Okay, but thank you, Brian. He has to head out.
Oh, all right, Brian. But yes, let's do this. Let's start with 343 Industries. Do you actually think anything's gonna come out of that studio? I don't think so.
I was gonna say hell no.
I don't think so. I feel like if anything, they'll be like, oh, Forge
should have been here.
Multiplayer, like co-op campaign multiplayer. Huh? We did it. Like, god damn it, no.
We'll see. Yeah.
We'll see about that one. That one's kind of iffy.
Honestly, I feel like they got their hands full just trying to make adjustments, fine-tune things, and just plan things out for Halo.
Yeah, I'm gonna just go through the ones that don't really have a
because we talked about obviously Starfield's gotta show up, and because they have to, because Besthesda.
I'll get there. I was gonna say I'm when I'm counting first party studios, I'm gonna count Bethesda. So
this is true.
I'm gonna count Bethesda's actual studios because they're all part of the same uniform now. So
yeah, and
I also want to clarify we are not going to predict every studio from Activision just yet because they don't actually own them just yet.
That won't happen until later.
Yeah. Does that mean Overwatch 2 might not be there? No, that it could show up.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Activision and Blizzard games could show up. I just don't know. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
it couldn't be under like their branding quite yet.
Yeah, and honestly, Activision already showed off Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, so
this is true.
So let's do this. Let me get through the ones that we can get through fast. Like these are the nothing's gonna happen with these.
Okay.
Ready?
Ready.
All right. Alpha Dog Games is a Bethesda studio. They do mobile games, so I highly doubt they're gonna show up.
All
right. Glad we all got that out of the way. Xbox Game Studios Publishing. So this is technically not a studio. This is just a publishing division that they'll take a game, and then if they need help with publishing, Xbox will do it, and it'll be under that brand. So for instance, the game by Don't Nod, Tell Me Why, like the same team who made like True Life is Strange. Okay, Tell Me Why. That's an Xbox published game, but it's not developed by Xbox Studios. So that just want to clarify what that is. Don't know. That's always a gamble, you know. And then ZeniMax Online, which is responsible for the Elder Scrolls Online. Probably a new expansion. Thank you for coming.
That's it.
There you go. That's the show. That's the show.
That's been Sonic Central.
Now that we got those out of the way, let's talk about the big boys, right?
Okay.
I'll go in alphabetical order.
Alpha. Okay.
Actually, let's get one more out of the way. World's Edge is a studio. Let's see. People seem to forget what it is.
Yeah.
It's the team that makes Age of Empires.
Oh, that's why. For me.
Yeah, they're definitely more PC. They don't really release console games.
But hey, Game Pass, so I mean, that's good too.
Yeah. So there you go. All right, let's talk about the big boys in alphabetical order. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. First one, Arcane Leon. Arcane Leon is the developers of Deathloop, Dishonored, Prey, and it's pretty much a lock at this show. Redfall is going to be there, obviously, right? That was one of the games that got delayed.
Yeah, I just remember the news about that. Would they really want to be? Well, I guess they should. They should. Redfall is going to be there. That's like such a definitive yes. It's not even funny. Redfall for sure is going to be there. Let's see, what's the next one? Bethesda Game Studios. Yes, Starfield is already confirmed to be there, so yes. No Elder Scrolls 6. Sorry, but Starfield kind of needs to come out first. This is true. They've been working on that. They kept down to the tuck. I'm personally hoping for gameplay, please. Just
that's what I want.
I don't want to see a HUD or anything. I don't even care about the HUD at this point. Just show me.
I just
want to
see what the game looks like. I just want to see if it's just fucking Elder Scrolls with a gun and you're in space, then that's cool. But I need to know what it is.
Right, because like I was under the impression that this is like a very heavy like astronaut like exploration type of game. And I was under the assumption there wasn't even going to be combat per se, but then they talked about it like in their like dev videos about how they designed these monsters you're going to be fighting off against all these different worlds, and I was like, this is so crazy.
Exactly.
What does it look like?
Exactly. And the problem is like we really don't know what it is. This is supposed to be the next big RPG from Bethesda, the studio that, you know, makes fucking amazing Western RPGs, and we don't even know what it looks like. So this is arguably Xbox's biggest game at the show.
That and it has to be.
It kind of has to be. But I mean, like, this is arguably the biggest Xbox game at the show. It needs to have something. If they show a CG trailer, dude, I'm gonna be so fucking pissed. That's honestly going to ruin. Well, depending on what's there, it's gonna ruin the whole show for me. I really need them to come strong with that game because it needs to have something. Compulsion Games, the developers of We Happy Few and Contrast. I mean, I would like to see them work on something. They haven't made anything since We Happy Few. They make really weird games. Probably. Well, they're 50-50. If they show up, they show up. If they don't, well.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, that's a very 50-50 show or showing. Double Fine. Unfortunately, I don't think Double Fine's gonna show up.
No, Brutal Legend 2. No, hold on.
Man, would you imagine if they fucking came up on stage and said Brutal Legend 2? I would lose it. I would absolutely lose it. No, I don't. I feel like Psychonauts 2 just came out. Like, Tim Schafer's not gonna want to just talk about another game already. I doubt it. If he does, though.
I mean,
to be fair, we're talking about like known games. There could always be something new by Double Fine. That'd be cool too. You know, Double Fine isn't just Tim Schafer. There are other people in that company that work too. So I would like to see what happens. I feel like Double Fine, I wouldn't say it's a lock, but I definitely think 50-50, just like Compulsion. All right. id Software, baby. All right. Let's talk about this real quick. There are only 3 things I expect to see if id Software shows up. Let's talk about each of them, from least to greatest.
All right.
Doom, right? I mean, it's Doom. They own fucking Doom. So I assume if there is going to be a third Doom game, it would be here. However, I feel like Doom is a little bit played out at this point. I love Doom. It's one of my favorite series of all time. But if they're going to show off a first-person shooter, that if they want to revive a series is what I mean, Quake. They need Quake out there. Like, that would be so sick if there was a brand new Quake game. I don't know if they'd call it Quake 5 because I don't think they want to acknowledge that Quake 4 exists. But
they just like reinvent just Quake.
Just Quake. Yeah, just like Doom 2016, Quake 2022, whatever the year it comes out. You know, that'd be sick. A brand new Quake game in HD, that'd be lit, dude. That'd be killer. And if they got Trent Reznor to come back and do the soundtrack from Nine Inch Nails, oh, or they can get Sonic Mayhem. Sonic Mayhem did the soundtrack for Quake 2. That'd be cool too. So who knows? But the problem with Quake though is it would have to have really good multiplayer. That's one of Quake's biggest strong suits, is that it was a multiplayer game that redefined what a first-person shooter could be. So we'll see. But my biggest thing I want from id Software, guys, is just a new game. Like a new IP.
A new IP.
I love Wolfenstein. I love Doom. I love Quake. Some of me likes Rage. I would say that, well, Rage 1. Rage 2 is actually not the worst game in the world, but it's not amazing. And Rage 2 wasn't all fully developed by id Software. I would say that I think it's time for them to really make a brand new, like, reinvent the first-person shooter again. Brand new, big, like, single-player first-person shooter. Do it. I don't know how. I don't know what it is, but I don't know how much more you can reinvent it, but you know, id Software is known to be that company. So I would love to see them. I don't know. I wouldn't say they're a lock. Justin, do you think they're a lock for this show?
Let's wait. Let's can we define that?
Like, do you think id Software is going to show up? Like, you are confident in that?
I would have had to have followed them like very closely. I would follow them more specifically, like from Doom's perspective, as far as like how they kind of keep that going. I know that they always do daily stuff or even monthly stuff for Doom Eternal, so
yeah,
it might be difficult to see them try to develop something brand new for Doom. Quake might be the strongest thing out of like all the lineups that you just showed me as possibilities. New IP.
Well, I'd say Wolfenstein, but we'll get to that.
Ooh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But as far as a new IP, I'm not sure. I'm just so out of the loop with them.
I feel like they're 50-50, and I don't want them to be 50-50. I really wish I had them on lock, but if id Software shows up, great. In terms of them re-releasing older games, there are still a couple of first-person shooters that they own that I would love to see them re-release to modern platforms, not just Xbox. Wolfenstein 3D is a stone cold classic that should be on everything. I don't know why it isn't. And Quake 2. Those are really the big ones I want. Quake 3 could happen, but the hardcore Quake fans would love that. But Quake 3 is not a single player game. That's a arena-based multiplayer game. So I would love to see it. That'd be, in my opinion, that'd be the Switch's best first-person shooter of all time. If the Switch can get that, if they can get Quake 3, my God, we would be playing matches online all night. But yeah, I feel like if you're gonna get a re-release id Software game, you're gonna have to wait till when is QuakeCon this year? QuakeCon 2022 is going to be August.
That's not too far.
Yeah, it's not too far. So
didn't they do something before like that, where like they would announce something and then like other additional news will be happening in QuakeCon?
Yeah,
I think they did it like for maybe Doom Eternal or even something else.
They did it with Eternal, so I feel like they would announce. So that's the thing. If they're gonna announce a game here, they'll announce it. They'll go gameplay reveal at QuakeCon.
That's fair.
But if it's Doom, I don't need gameplay. I obviously know what Doom is. You know what I mean?
I'm in. I'm already strapped.
Yeah, like I don't like CG trailers, but if it's a series that we already know
how it plays, so it's like, yeah, all right.
It's kind of like, all right, obviously, you know. So yeah, I think id's a 50-50 in my opinion. In Exile Entertainment, this team created the Bard's Tale series and most popularly the Wasteland series. Wasteland 3 was a Series X, or it was recently an Xbox One game. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see Wasteland 4, I guess. Xbox definitely thinks highly of this company because they have a theme based on Wasteland 3 on your Series X.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So maybe again, and In Exile is probably a 50-50 chance. They're a really good Western a Western RPG developer. Very good with strategy games. Bard's Tale though is a classic, so I don't know. I don't know if we'd see In Exile. I'm more 75-25. Like 75, maybe they won't show up. All right, machine games. Remember how I said we talk about Wolfenstein? Here it is.
Damn,
Okay.
I went to take a shower and we still got going. Man, this thing is packed.
Yeah,
It's
where were
stacked,
you,
it's
dog?
thick.
I just went to shower real quick, bro.
During the podcast?
Hey, man,
Listen,
a lot of shit happens. Shit happens, bro.
don't ask further more about it. It's just shit happens.
All right, quick fire round. I'm gonna give you these quick studios from Xbox, and you're gonna tell me if you think they're gonna be there, yes or no. Ready?
Hit me.
All right, Arcane Studios.
Yes.
We pretty much locked that in. Bethesda Game Studios. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Compulsion Games.
Possibly.
Thank you. That's what we said. Double Fine.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Thank you,
yeah,
that's what we said.
yeah.
Yeah. id Software.
Possible.
Okay. In Exile Entertainment.
Don't know about that one.
All right, there you go. Yeah, that's pretty much. Damn, he's pretty good. He pretty much matched everything we said. We were just talking about the games that could potentially come up, so you didn't really miss much. We said Starfield is guaranteed.
Oh, absolutely, and I will say this: right as I was out with my lady getting her bubble tea, and I look at my phone and I get an alert saying, "Rumor: Xbox planning a Banjo revival."
I'll get there. I was gonna bring it up
once we hit rare.
Don't blow up my heart just yet. I know I'm drinking this monster, but
dude, I sat right there. I was like, oh my god.
We'll get there.
The theory is in the pool.
We also got rid of other companies real quick. 343 probably won't be there, and if they are, it's Forge. Should have been there.
It'd be nice. Hey, I'd be nice to have an early Forge.
Early?
Or you mean like Forge should have just been there to begin with?
I mean, you're not wrong.
Let's see. 343 Industries, yeah. Alpha Dog Games, they make mobile games, so probably not.
Unless they want to go for that. They did want to do more.
Free?
Candy.
World's Edge that does the Age of Empires games. Yeah, probably. We did rule out Xbox Game Studios publishing because that's a wild card. Anything could be published by them. Anything really. Like it doesn't know. We don't know. And then ZeniMax Online, probably an expansion to Elder Scrolls Online.
Have they released the lineup of studios that's going to be there yet?
No. We're just going over all the first party they own.
Check early tomorrow morning, and you might see something.
Basically,
I'm sure Rare is guaranteed.
I was gonna say basically a follow up to last week's like conversation about the Xbox. This is a more like concise like predictions list.
I'd say like Bethesda and Rare guarantee.
Yeah, well, Bethesda, Starfield has to be there. Starfield, literally, Starfield has to be good, or else this show is ruined. Like,
but of course, there's that.
And then you said Arcane Leon's gonna be there because of course Redfall has to be there.
Yeah. I knew there was one of the studios. Like one of those studios is making Redfall. I know that.
Yeah, Arcane. All right, ready? Next studios, Machine Games. So for Machine Games, you gotta fit. I think Machine Games is a lock, and I only say that because you have a 50-50 chance. They're either gonna talk about a new Wolfenstein game that's been rumored, like Wolfenstein 3, a real one, or you got Indiana Jones. I really. It's got to be, right? It's got to be Indiana Jones. They have to show it eventually.
I was going to say, because I feel like Wolfenstein 3, although it would really be left to just chasing the Nazis out of America at this point.
Where did Wolfenstein Youngblood take place? In France, right? Yeah, so. Youngblood was in France, and BJ's looking pretty old. So I don't know where 3 would even take place.
So see, one of his daughters had a son.
It could be one of the daughters that you play as one of the daughters again, but who knows? I just know that I'm pretty sure Machine Games is working on Wolfenstein. That's what they're mostly known for nowadays.
Next thing you know, it's like the most unexpected shit.
Yeah, but I also know that they're working on Indiana Jones. So yes, another game about Nazis.
It's Dishonored 3.
That would be Arcane, though. That's what I'm saying.
Unexpected.
Hey, hold on. Let's not discredit Arcane though, because Arcane Leon had Deathloop and Redfall in development at the same time. So
True.
you know, I think we can also rule out real quick that I don't think sorry, I'm stuttering over here. Due to obviously exclusivity rights for a little bit, we're not going to see Deathloop show up, or what's the other one that PlayStation has right now? That's Bethesda, Ghostwire Tokyo.
Oh
There you go.
yes, I remember that.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to show up here. If they do, good.
The long lost and still rumored Final Fantasy 14 Xbox port.
14 or 7 remake?
I think I heard
14.
14. Yeah.
14.
Dude,
you
that
think that game's coming to Xbox?
Dude, it was supposed to so long ago.
Nah, I highly doubt that game is coming
Bruh,
to
so
Xbox.
is Genshin for Switch.
14.
I know, I'm saying, like, here's the thing.
Oh my god.
Here's the thing. 14 was originally planned to be released on Xbox. It's just been in development fucking hell.
No, 14 was never in development for Xbox, dude. 14 is a game that has Sony exclusivity rights all over the place. There's no way. Dude, prove me wrong. That'd be really cool that more people get to play that game. But it could happen. I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm just saying I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah. It's due to contracts. It would have to also be like something like internally that had to develop. Remember that the fact that like 14's like Q for just starting up the game, especially like with the hype of the recent expansion for it, caused a lot of backing.
Because it's 14 is in its final expansion. This is it. Endwalker is the last thing they're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
Either Final Fantasy 17 or 18 is gonna be the next MMO. So
October 18th, 2021. Yoshida positive about Final Fantasy 14 coming to Xbox.
Positive. That doesn't mean it was gonna happen.
The thing, yeah, I was gonna say like when you
this man also said it was positive that he may be able to get 7 remake on there, but here we are.
But I will say this: if you look at I will say this: the way you can tell it was planned to be on that platform, that it was originally announced it was going to show up on that platform.
Also, didn't Yoshida just retire?
Is if you look at the platforms it's on, like if you look at the platforms it's on, Xbox is listed amongst them.
Yeah, but didn't Yoshida just retire?
Hey, I'm just stating facts here, bro.
All right. Well, look, hey, prove me wrong. That'd be sick, but I don't think they'd show it at the Xbox show.
No, but I'm just saying, hey, one can dream.
Mojang.
That's kind of a tough one because I could have sworn they had an update, and they usually
Mojang.
They usually like to focus on just Minecraft.
Well, it's Minecraft. It's Minecraft.
It's just Minecraft. So,
but I think I'm gonna go into a rumor that exists.
Minecraft 2?
Oh my god, dude, that would blow up the internet. Don't say that.
Joke before I said it.
Yeah, you don't joke because that could happen and the whole world explodes.
If Minecraft 2 happens, yeah, the world explodes.
Yeah, no.
No. I do think we'll get something Minecraft based, like maybe a new expansion or something to it. However, because of the fact that Minecraft Dungeons exist,
there is 8K textures?
No, there is a rumored RTS game based in the Minecraft universe happening at Mojang.
Interesting. Okay.
A real-time strategy game. So it because I think Minecraft has now gotten to the point where we can start doing different genres
within it.
Yeah. Minecraft tactics?
Yeah, pretty much something like along those lines. Which, you know what? That sounds kind of cool. Not gonna lie.
Oh, Phil, do you know this user who just jumped in here? COD M Fanboy.
Yes. What's up, man? What's good? How you doing?
I recognize that user from somewhere.
He's usually in my chats. Usually open my streams. What's good, man?
COD also gave me the follow. Thank you so much. We're close to 300.
Oh man, how far are you?
With that in mind, I think we would be at like either 297 or 298.
Woo!
Which means that 300 people get to do a custom DoorDash for me.
Oh my god. But yeah, Mojang I think would be interesting to see to show up at the Xbox show. I think that'd be fun. I think Mojang's a lock. I would say it's a lock. What? I think if it's not going to be this RTS game, it's going to be a Minecraft related thing, right? Like,
yeah, that's what I think.
Brand new IP.
Yo, that would be nuts, but I highly doubt that.
Time mathed.
Okay. We have Ninja Theory.
Okay, we already know what's going on with them. They're still
Yeah, so
currently
Hellblade.
working with
Hellblade 2. Senua's Sacrifice.
it'd be
Oh,
so
Senua's
cool
Saga.
Yes.
When will Ninja Theory finally make a ninja game?
With patience.
Did they not? I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, you're right. They've never made a ninja game.
Bring back Ninja Game.
They'll get there. They just gotta show the chops with like the sequel.
Well, Mark, the fact that you call it Gaiden hurts me because it's Ninja Gaiden.
I know
Anyways,
it's Gaiden. I know it's
also
I
they
know
never
it's
made
Gaiden.
they
I know
never made
it's
Ninja
Gaiden.
Gaiden.
Like, no, wait, it's Gaiden.
Also, Ninja Gaiden was not developed by them.
It was originally an Xbox exclusive, though.
But that's not what I'm saying. I said Ninja Theory started on PlayStation exclusives. They made what was that game? That character that was in PlayStation All Stars. Oh my god, I'm drawing a blank.
That does not help at all.
Heavenly Sword.
Oh,
that was their first game, Heavenly Sword.
Wow,
And then they ended up making that really, really cool hidden gem game called
How did they go from heaven to hell?
who knows? But they made that really cool hidden gem game called Enslaved: Odyssey to the West. Have you played that game? That game is so good, and it's also backwards compatible on
Odyssey
Xbox. Play it.
Let's take a look. What was it called again?
Enslaved.
Odyssey to the West. Got it.
Odyssey to the West.
West? I thought you said or East.
Oh, East. I thought you said West.
It's West,
Please.
Patrick.
What kind of cup is you rating there, lad?
You're fired again.
But yeah, do you think they'll show up? I don't know. That's a 50-50 chance, right? They've been showing up at the Game Awards, but not really anywhere else. So
I mean, I feel like this is the next best thing. Honestly, if they were to show up, they would probably want to show more like footage of like what they've got so far. I think that'd be just a nice thing. Also, think
I'd say 50-50. Okay, how about this? You know how I said In Exile 75-25? I'm gonna give the same. I'm gonna give the same thing to Ninja Theory 75-25, but I think 75% they will be there.
Fair. Okay.
All right. Obsidian. That's a hella lock if I've ever heard one.
Yeah.
The Obsidian will probably be there. We might get another small bit of information about Outer Worlds 2 or something.
That's not the game. That's not the game I'm thinking of.
Avowed.
Avowed. I think Avowed is a lock.
Please.
I knew the other one you were talking about. I was trying to remember the name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Avowed is the lock game. Like that. That has to be there.
Yes, please. I'm really curious as to how it's gonna actually look and play.
Avowed is a 100% lock, and I think Outer Worlds 2 might get a trailer, but I don't know if it's gonna be a lot of info. I think Avowed is what they're currently like the next big thing from them. Also, the game Grounded, maybe it would come out of
it's beta.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Mark? I'm sorry.
If it's Avowed, I'll be happy with the funny trailer.
Got it. Playground Games. I highly doubt they will be there, but hey, if they are, please show me Fable already. I just want to fucking see it. Like, listen, I don't think of Playground's gonna be there because I already said why, because they already made Forza Horizon 5.
Right.
So I do not think Fable's ready to be shown.
Not yet.
That's such a highly unlikely thing.
When was the CGI bit for Fable?
Last year.
Was it last year? Then yeah, they're not ready. No, they're not.
2020 or 2022? I think it might have been 2020.
It's been a while.
It's been a while, but I don't think if it's gonna be there, it's gonna be CGI. But I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no to Playground. I highly doubt they're gonna be there.
Okay.
Rare.
Absolutely, that's
yes.
locked in.
That's a guarantee.
Listen,
Rare is guaranteed. Everwild has to. Dude, just tell me what Everwild is.
Show me the gameplay, please.
Show me the actual game. You did this with Sea of Thieves, and we didn't know what it was until the very end. Do it. Just show me the game. That's all I'm asking. Is it just Sea of Thieves, but with forest and nature and shit? Like, is that all it is?
I'd be down for it. I just want to see it though.
like, come on, Rare. Oh my god.
We should probably talk about what Mark brought up.
Let's talk about Banjo-Kazooie. Apparently, the rumor states that Xbox has a big plans for Banjo-Kazooie. Now, the reason I'm bringing it up during Rare is because they originally made it, right?
Right.
I don't think Rare is going to be the one that touches that game. I don't know who's going to get it, but I don't think Rare is the one going to be working on that game. They might have their name on it, like they did with Battletoads recently.
Yeah.
But it wasn't made by Rare. That was made by another company called D-Lala Studios. So I don't know who's going to get Banjo, but apparently there's big rumors about Banjo-Kazooie being there. Yo, prove me wrong, please. Dude, okay. Honestly, if Starfield's a CGI trailer and they show me Banjo, that's already a 10 out of 10 presentation. 100%. I just want to see Banjo, goddammit. I absolutely love Banjo-Kazooie. It's one of my favorite games of all time. I want to see it. I want to see a new game. Don't make it nuts and bolts.
I liked it, but yeah, please just kind of stick to the original.
I actually really like Nuts and Bolts. It's fun, but please don't make Nuts and Bolts too. Please don't do it. Don't do it to us. That would hurt my feelings.
It's the thought that counts, but it's also the cock block that counts.
Oh my god. But no, Rare is definitely 100% lock to be there.
Yeah, they'll be there.
Tango Gameworks.
Oh, no. I'm sorry, what?
Tango Gameworks?
Oh, there it is. Okay, I didn't see
Tango
that.
Gameworks is the team who made The Evil Within and obviously Ghostwire Tokyo.
I mean,
I don't think they're gonna be there.
I mean, they might have something to work on, but maybe nothing to show for now.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's a lock. That's definitely. I'll give them the 75-25 per treatment. 75 of them not showing up. All right, the Coalition.
That's one's gonna be a stretch. Like,
that's a fit. Okay, the only way I can see them showing up is if they actually show this rumored Gears of War collection.
Oh yeah, that's right.
If it's there, then all right, I guess. But Gear 6, that's such a 50-50. Who knows?
So wait, what was the Gears collection again?
It's supposed to be 1, 2, 3, Judgment, and 4.
Oh, just all together.
But completely redone for Series X.
I guess they could do that.
Talk about unnecessary remakes.
It feels unnecessary. I think it would just kind of be out of all the big names for them to just kind of drop like, oh, we're just gonna do remakes for now. I
don't know. I don't see them showing up. If they do, it's probably going to be that or a quick Gear 6 teaser, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think 6 teaser would be like the best bet, or at least that'd be the best outcome.
I would say Coalition's 50-50. We don't know.
It could very well be both.
Could be both.
That's true.
Like, yeah, we'll see. The Initiative. Hell no. That's such a hell no if I've ever heard one. Dude, Perfect Dark is not ready. Perfect Dark is absolutely not ready to be shown. I'm sorry I have to be like that, but I've heard so many development stories about that game right now. It is not going well.
Well,
and on top of that, their partner that's helping with it, Crystal Dynamics, just got sold off by Square. Like,
oh, that's right. So that's a management if I've ever seen any.
So I don't know, dude. I don't think Perfect Dark's gonna be there. Again, prove me wrong. All of this proved me wrong, but
just given the history right now.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. Turn 10, yes, that's a lock. I think Forza Motorsport's gonna be there. Like the main new lot, like mainline one, is gonna be there. I think the reboot.
Yeah.
That's a lock.
Okay.
That's a 100% lock. Undead Labs.
I kind of hope so.
I do want to see State of Decay 3 already.
Yeah, it's been a while since they've shown off, like, the little teaser for that one.
Yeah, that was definitely 2020. So,
I mean, it's long overdue for this point. So we'll see.
Yeah, State of Decay 3 better be there. I'm pretty sure it's going to be there. That's a lock. I would say Undead Labs is a lock. Yeah, that's all the first party. Okay, Mark, you want me to actually give you a one that'll make you happy, a good prediction?
Dragon Ball.
No. No.
God,
I
nothing
think,
will.
I think Mark is finally gonna have his chance. I think he's gonna finally get it.
7 remake.
This one's for you. Yeah, I think 7 remake is gonna be there.
Really?
Either I think it's gonna be at the show, or we do have the 25th anniversary celebration later that week as well.
Ooh. So
I do think it's finally time for 7 remake to jump ship. He will come back and I'll tell him everything I just said. But don't worry, I think that's actually a lock. I want it to be a lock. I think that's 50-50.
Personally, I just want that to be the lock.
I don't care about it being on Xbox. I already played it twice. But I think it's great for everybody to be able to experience that game, especially because like it's really good.
It is.
GoldenEye.
Ooh.
I think GoldenEye is a lock, right? Like the remaster, remake, whatever you want to call it. It's a remaster. I think GoldenEye is a lock, dude. The hard confirmation is that the achievements are already on the website.
Oh yeah, that's right. I do remember that.
They're there. Do you honestly think GoldenEye's not going to show up? Come on. Come on.
Delete that footage.
Yeah, like it's going to be there. GoldenEye is a fucking lock. 100%. Anything else? Anything? I could see Activision showing up or Blizzard and doing like Overwatch 2. I could see that.
Okay.
I don't know about Diablo 4.
Oh, I wanted to say real quick. I got spurred by this earlier today by like a Twitter pic about the anticipation for Xbox, and I saw a screenshot of a certain character, and I was like, wouldn't that be the thing? It was also her like designated birthday yesterday. If they just if Bandai Namco just dropped Scarlet Nexus 2, something about that, just something, like just something, because I mean, granted, like I've only really played just Scarlet Nexus, nothing about like any of the other anime games aside from like the things like from like Dragon Ball and everything like that.
I'll give you this. That's a really good 50-50 prediction. I do know what you're talking about. And traditionally Bandai Namco is at those presentations. Then they always do show off their Japanese side of stuff. And Scarlet Nexus was promoted through Xbox. So I think, damn, that's a good one. That's a really good prediction. Yeah, that I'd say that's a lock, dude. That's how good it is.
They wrapped up.
I don't know if it's Scarlet, but I think it's gonna be a lock that Bandai shows up.
The thing is that like Scarlet Nexus had wrapped up on like a lot of their DLC content already. They could announce more like collaborations and just start extending it out that way. But if that's all they had, then they are primed and ready, given just like the overall reception of the game and just the timing of it. So we'll see.
What do we all think about Dragon Age Dreadwolf being there?
I mean, that'd be dope as fuck, but I don't know.
That would be sick, but that's 50-50.
When was the like the performance boosting for Inquisition? That was.
What do you mean?
Because I could have sworn like I heard something about that.
Oh, that was a while ago.
Okay, then.
That was a long time ago.
I'm not sure if it was a timing thing for that, but I mean, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about all that. I will say, mostly every game we're talking about is probably going to be Game Pass day one because that's how they are.
Hell yeah.
Of course.
Let's go.
Mark, you back?
Yeah, I've been having to get stuff together because I am taking care of dogs right now, so I'm just getting ready because I got to go over there again tonight.
Okay. Gotcha. I gave you a Mark prediction. I gave it just for you because I actually do think it's a real possibility this time.
Here it is.
I do think 7 Remake's going to be there. Let me explain though. If it's not at the show, it'll probably be at the 7's 25th anniversary celebration, which is that week.
Such a fat fucking nut.
That's why I said when you said 14, I was like, that's the wrong game, bro. I think 7 Remake is gonna show up. I actually do think that's a big prediction. Like that's, I don't want to say it's a lock, but it's definitely 50-50. Like it's gonna be there, maybe.
I will be so happy.
It's finally time, dude. The
I-
expiration date's over. 2023 is next year. You know what I mean?
Finally.
Like it's time. It's time for them to start like announcing it.
It's time to stop.
I'm sure the same thing's probably going to happen with 16.
Yeah,
But the problem
well-
with 16 though is it doesn't even say timed exclusive. It
I thought
literally is
16 did say
console.
timed exclusive.
No,
If
it is
anything,
it is a PS5 and PC only game.
They did say console exclusive for like PlayStation, with
But
PC
they didn't say
along the way.
timed.
Yeah, they didn't
Yeah.
say timed. That's the problem.
I could have swore they looked up and they said timed.
No, 16 is not a timed exclusive as
Yeah.
we know right now.
Right. Which is
Again, this
unfortunate.
doesn't mean it won't ever come. I'm just saying
Yeah,
as of right now.
For now,
I feel like 16 it would have to, right?
they should. I think the thing is they should, but we don't know because Sony
Yeah,
is being Sony.
should and have to are two different things. It should be on everything. I highly doubt it'll be on everything. I don't know. I don't know about 16, but I definitely think 7 Remake, it's finally time.
It's time, dude.
But again, I don't think it might not be at the show. It might be at the celebration later that week.
I think that'd be also really dope too.
And then just for that celebration, real quick, because it's gonna happen. It's on June 16th. I'm just gonna say this right now. I think part 2 is a lock in that show, right? Like at least the teaser.
Ooh, really? I mean,
I
that
think
makes
part
sense.
2 is a lock.
That makes like a lot of sense. It's just
Oh,
that
I gotta go, guys. Sorry.
Oh,
Oh, it's
okay,
fine.
okay, all right.
Later, boys.
Later.
Later.
Mark.
I think part 2 is 100% lock at that show. At the 7 celebration, not Xbox.
Mhm. Yeah, no, I can see it. It's just that like I mean I've been following Maximilian Dude and like what he's been saying about 7 because he's a big fan of 7. It's kind of like what got him into like some RPGs here and there. But he was saying that like we wouldn't really get anything until like Forspoken is done. Like some things about 16. Well, actually not 16, but Origins,
But I think
Paradise.
a teaser to know that everyone that they are working on it.
That's fair.
Is what I'm
Well,
saying. I'm not saying it's gonna be a full blown.
yeah.
Hey, look, this gameplay, and I'm like, nah, that's not gonna happen.
I think at best the CGI trailer, at worst just text.
Yep. But it will show up, and that's the key thing there.
At mid, text and some music.
Yeah. But back to the Xbox show.
But yeah. Okay.
Like I said, I think Overwatch 2 might be there. That's a 50-50. I don't think Diablo 4 is gonna be there.
Mhm.
Trying to think like historically what they would show at an Xbox show.
Yeah, I was starting to think about like what would you put on the bingo card? And unfortunately,
Yeah.
a lot of it becomes a lot of like the support. Like you'll see talks about like Game Pass being expanded. And granted that's really good news, but usually they like to like focus on like other things. I'm thinking like xCloud gaming is gonna be like their thing. That they'll be spending a fair amount of
xCloud's
time.
gonna be a big thing there too.
I'm hoping
The
it's just
xCloud.
I'm just hoping it's like maybe just 3-5 minutes of just announcing like, hey, we're working on this, and that's it. But they do kind of focus on that quite a bit. So I don't know. We'll see.
What about? Yeah, he finally dipped, so I'll probably change the screen. Let's see. Udian Chronicles. That was there last year.
Oh yeah, that's right. So
And it's a Game Pass Day 1 game.
yeah. So wait, which one was it?
That's the indie game, indie RPG that's being developed by the guy who created the Suikoden series.
Yeah.
So it's like the Suikoden successor.
What's the platformer that we just got like on Game Pass?
Switch. Wait, what?
I'm sorry. What was the one that just came out recently?
Udian Rising. Udian Chronicles Rising.
Chronicles.
Yeah.
Okay, and the other one's got it.
Is Udian Chronicles something Heroes? Yeah.
Okay, so I think they're primed for showing us something about that.
Yeah, that game is scheduled for next year, but I think it could show up.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's safe to say some indie games will show up as part of the indies at Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of a safe prediction, but I mean, dude, Banjo would be lit. I mean, holy shit, I would fucking lose it. Dude, Scarlet Nexus was a good prediction. Holy shit.
Yeah, like it was just spur moment. Like, wait, this is really good timing.
I think Scarlet Nexus 2 might be amazing. Yo, if we go to the moon,
go to the moon.
let's go. If nobody knows
Politics.
if we don't know, If you don't know what you're talking about, I'm sorry I spoiled that, but don't worry about
It's
that.
don't worry. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Trying to think. Honestly, maybe One Piece Odyssey shows up again.
You think it's like it's specifically just like
Yeah,
it's Bandai,
Xbox
so
likes
I mean,
to. I think the thing is, Xbox likes to show America, like the American players, like, hey, there is Japanese content on here.
and that's what made me think that like we might see. I didn't even mention it quite yet, but I was hoping to see more like JRPGs like show up like during this, or just RPGs in general, really.
Well, I know that Bandai likes to really like show off games on the Xbox. I don't know. It's they have a contract with them, so it's like Tales of Arise was promoted through Xbox. Like we said, Scarlet Nexus. That's why I think Scarlet Nexus 2, if that is real, and it more than likely will be there. I'm not sure. It's hard to predict the Japanese companies on Xbox because we don't know. Xbox can just come out and be like, "Hey, remember the year that Kingdom Hearts 3 was at both Xbox and PlayStation?
Oh, I do remember that.
What the fuck?" Like, and they were both separate, brand new trailers. Like, huh?
That was really cool.
So it's hard to predict Japanese developers on Xbox.
Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot.
I just think Bandai's always a lock though. Bandai Namco's 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Man, what else could be there? I'm trying to cover all our bases before we end this.
Well,
Trying to think. Oh, that one game. I said it last week too, and I already forgot the name. Give me a minute.
I was really thinking not Cuphead, because we already have like
Cuphead's not going to be there. Yeah,
because I know that like it was kind of more promoted through like Xbox that way too, but of course it didn't end up on different platforms, and they're having the DLC, which is just like for all platforms. So unless they want to work on something else, which I don't think that they're working on anything else.
Contraband.
Oh, I do remember that.
Contraband by Avalanche Studios, which I think they're gonna buy. I think they're gonna buy Avalanche. That's a 50-50 prediction, because that they always talk about, hey, we just bought a company. I think Avalanche is gonna join the studios.
Oh yeah,
because
there will be a separate like thing where they'll be talking about acquisitions.
they make a lot of games that get promoted there a lot on Xbox. Specifically, if you want me to be honest with you, they did the Just Cause series. I think Just Cause 5 might be there.
I haven't really been following Just Cause for a while.
Neither have I, but I do have 3 and 4. I got them on a whim.
It was on sale,
Yeah, they were on sale, but 4, yeah, I don't know. Just Cause does get shown there though, so maybe
it's true.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's what was the time like that they said? Like 95 minutes?
95 minutes, so an hour and 35 minutes. That's a lot.
That's a lot of time. But that can also be time wasted. That could be a lot of time wasted. We've seen it before.
I really hope it's not wasted. I hope it's like last year. I hope it was an hour and 30 minutes of straight trailers. Last year was exactly like that. That's what I want this year. I want there to be so many fucking announcements that I can't handle it.
Get your drink, like, get your best drinks ready. Do some bingo cards. Take a shot every time you hear like world premiere.
Exactly.
Exclusive.
Do you think Crysis 4 would show up? I know that's in development.
I didn't even know Crysis 4 was in development.
Yes, Crytek is doing Crysis 4. Nah, as I said it, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
you think Capcom would show up
under Xbox? I'm not sure.
Maybe new Street Fighter character there.
They could do that, and you know what? It'd be really good publicity saying, "Hey, 6 is ready," or at least like Street Fighter 6 is going to be on Xbox. This is like the formal announcement on Xbox. And then yeah, they could show a new character.
I think that's a good one.
That's
I
actually
think
really
that's a good
good. Dude,
prediction.
that's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. Callisto Protocol, maybe.
I mean,
Another more gameplay. I mean, I kind of don't want more gameplay. I'm sold. So
I'm sold. They just play the same like trailer they just said. They just show.
I'm sold on Callisto Protocol. I just don't want to oversee it.
Right.
Dead Space remake?
They could. Wait, who would that be from? That's EA. Yeah, maybe.
Dead Space remake. That could be there.
They could. Just like off the hype train of like Callisto so far.
Yeah, Dead Space remake could be there. That'd be cool. Oh, you know what? That might be a lock. Star Wars Jedi Survivor.
Ooh, you think it's too early since they made the announcement? I mean, they could like they've been in development for maybe a while. We don't even know. So
yeah,
they could show something off maybe.
Maybe
That's a good call though. Since
maybe
it's
something from Ubisoft.
Oh yeah, there's probably something from Ubisoft.
Something from Ubisoft, more than likely. I don't know what, but because Ubisoft, what is it? What is the next big thing for them other than like Assassin's Creed? Because I don't know. I mean, Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope, but that's
like,
a Switch game, and I do expect to see that at the Nintendo Direct.
Right, unless they decide to go crazy.
Well, I mean, we'll do another prediction stream, I guess, the day before the Directs. We'll see.
It's true. Yeah.
That's always a possibility because Nintendo's the biggest one we all have the most knowledge of, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I don't know.
It's just a weird time still because I know that Xbox has been pushing out like new games here, but it still feels like underwhelming in comparison to everything they've acquired in the past couple of years. Yeah,
I'm thinking of I'm trying to be not an asshole about this, but I'm trying to think of like more Western developers because I don't think I'm trying to think of like what's popular on Xbox. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
So I'm trying to think, and I'm Gotham Knights.
I don't know.
Justice League killed.
Oh yeah,
not Justice League. Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. There you go.
Not sure about that one. That's interesting though. If we could finally see something of that.
Yeah. As I'm staring at my Xbox collection. Yeah.
More Yakuza. There we go. That's
Yakuza. Hey, hold up a minute. Hold up a minute. The only Yakuza game I can think of is that prequel that hasn't come out yet.
The prequel.
No, not prequel. It's technically a spinoff, but it's a game that takes place in feudal Japan. But
is this new?
Like, no, this is old. They just never localized it. So it's a game that already exists. It's a Yakuza game based in the feudal Japan era.
Interesting.
And the main character is literally just Kiryu.
Oh, okay.
He's literally just Kiryu's model, and there's like Majima, and everyone's there, and it's just dumb because they're not called that. They're just like ancestors, I think. It's like a parody game, but it's funny. It's cool. I kind of wish they translate that and bring it over.
Sega? That'd be pretty good.
You think Sega would show up now that we're talking about Yakuza?
Ooh, I like. It's not like out there, but
Sonic.
I mean that might. Ooh, I don't know if we can really touch. No, IGN's got it. Don't worry, IGN's got it.
Sonic and the frontiers of not doing good. Oh man, I don't know. Sega could show up. Sega has shown up before. Phantasy Star was there. So.
Oh yeah, you think they might have something updated about that?
Maybe. That's kind of a safe bet. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's it, dude. Tomorrow, 10 in the morning is about to happen.
I was gonna say Sonic and the Lost marketing strategy.
Sorry, you fucking killed me. Yeah, dude, that's it. It's time. We're getting super close. 10 a.m.
My God, dude. I actually, yeah, that's shell shock. I'm glad we talked about that because I was like, oh, 1 p.m. Oh no,
No, it's closer than that.
It's
It's
in the
even closer
morning.
than that. Yeah,
I better
I'm gonna
prep
wake
my-
up, make my coffee,
I know.
drink it before I go in, and then I'm just gonna watch it, and then we'll talk
Mm.
about it later.
Yeah.
All right.
I guess that's pretty much everything. Like
I think I mean, other than that, yeah, there's obviously going to be a Nintendo Direct next week.
there's definitely gonna be.
For anybody who is actually worried about that, let's be honest, it's gonna happen next week.
And if they are to announce it, it'll probably be sometime after the hype or just talks in general for
Yes.
Xbox has just died down.
And the other
Enough.
2 shows that are confirmed is the Capcom showcase on Monday. That's
We'll see.
iffy one too. I mean, at least they're very honest about it. They said it's only about games that were already announced, and they've shown off that they're going to, like, the games that are confirmed to be there: Street Fighter 6,
Yeah,
Resident Evil 4 remake,
that's good.
Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak,
That's good too.
and I think there was one more. I can't put my name on it. I don't remember, but oh, that shitty fucking dinosaur game, Exoprimal.
Oh yeah, but not
yeah.
Dino Crisis.
They're not. Yeah, thanks for saying it like that. That's gonna be there, and then the Square Enix's
I was gonna say, is
Final
that
Fantasy VII
16,
25th
right?
anniversary.
The 16th,
Huh?
Right?
What? The 16th? Yes.
Okay. 3 p.m. I believe.
I think so. Yeah, 3 p.m.
Oh my God.
So there you go.
Next week is gonna be stacked on things
Next
to talk
week
about.
is also just as stacked. So, man, we in the big leagues now, baby.
Yeah. All right. If that's everything, I guess we're
think
good to
so.
call it.
That was a meaty one. It's
was-
probably gonna be another meaty one Saturday too.
Oh
So
my God.
it's a meaty one. It has to be. It's summertime, baby. It's in
Well,
quotation marks
so-
E3 season.
Yep.
Those are always the meaty ones when it comes to video games. So
Mhm. But yeah, looking forward to seeing any hopes like come true, possibly dying. We'll see. See by tomorrow.
God damn it. All right.
Yeah.
I always get so nervous before the shows because I'm like, man, is it gonna be good? Is it gonna
Right.
be awesome?
Like, is my favorite gonna show up there?
Like, is something that I like going to be there? And I think that's something before we sign off. That's the main idea of these shows. There has to be something for everybody. It can't just be specifically for you. You know what I mean?
Right.
I may not like this game, but somebody else would.
Right.
So,
Like Last of Us Part 1.
and I didn't even say I hate it. I just don't think it's necessary.
This is true.
Yeah.
But
So there you go.
yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. So assuming you just jumped in. Samia
Sumia just jumped in at the end of the show.
doing the posture check. Thank you.
Oh, he did the posture check?
Yeah. Thank you.
Got
I
it.
needed the alignment.
But yeah, no, I think it's gonna be a good show tomorrow. Oh, you know what? There is one more show.
Alright.
The Xbox has an extended show on Monday.
They have an extended show on Monday?
Yes.
What's
so
that
it's
about?
the Xbox Extended Showcase. So essentially, it's 90 minutes of them going over very specific games that they will announce at the show, and they're going to go in depth with the developers that day.
And that's like the day after their presentation.
Yes.
So it's almost, I mean, it's not like a treehouse type of thing, but it
Kinda.
is. Okay.
Kind of. Hold on, let me see. Just so we get our info correct before we sign off.
Right. Because I was looking at Summer
Xbox-
Game Fest schedule, and I only saw, like, as far as, like, things on Monday, that'd be Capcom. Also,
Xbox Extended Showcase
It's
on
a-
Tuesday. Sorry, on Tuesday.
interesting. Okay.
Let me see. It will be 90 minutes long and will follow up to the Xbox Bethesda Game Showcase.
Okay.
So essentially, they're going to talk about games that will be featured a little bit more in depth. Like let's say they do
Yeah.
show Starfield, they're probably going to talk about it a little bit more on that day. Like talk like really more in depth about it.
Okay.
Which leads me to believe that this is going to be a good show tomorrow. There's nothing but trailers.
Mm-hmm.
So
And I guess I should also highlight something that's happening later on Sunday. It's the PC gaming show. I typically just don't really tune in for that, but they do just show it on Summer Games Fest.
To be fair, they've historically announced something cool. Like they did the Persona 4 Golden Steam version. That was cool.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's a
Yeah.
whole year? Bruh.
That was there. Yeah, that was there.
So I mean,
So-
hey.
Yeah. But yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's it.
All
We
right.
finally made it through.
We're
That was ridiculously meaty.
yes.
3 hours.
3 hours. So, all right. I guess with that, we'll go ahead and call it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Tune in later tonight at 7 p.m. Pacific time. We'll be coming back for another live stream. But for now, that'll be it for the rest of this. So thank you guys so much for watching. It's been episode 415 of DangIT Prodcast. My name is Justin.
I'm Philip, and dude from earlier was Mark.
Mark was here.
Mark was here in spirit.
But yeah, he had the bounce. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one. #bye everybody.